Hello, everybody, and welcome with us, Ginton Dice. So please, why don't you go ahead and grab a chair, get a drink, sit back and relax to watch us, bunch of nerdy friends who sit around a virtual table to play Dungeons and Dragons.
We play Dungeons
We
and
Dungeons and Dragons.
Pathfinder.
Dog face.
Wait, what? No. Why would you do this to us?
I don't know. If that
I-
makes sense, I think.
Alright, guys.
Crap! I don't know.
Which
We-
edition?
We don't know.
Maybe we should specify which edition on there. You know, it could be anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Who knows?
Okay,
We need
I
some
guess
specification.
I guess this session we're playing on Pathfinder.
All right.
I have nothing prepared, so we'll.
Leroy will lead us in Pathfinder.
Yeah, it's exactly
Pull it
like
out of his butt.
It's like 5th edition, but Pathfinder.
It's like 5th edition, but Pathfinder.
Okay.
Can I make absolutely broken items like Boots of Haste and then bring them with me into 5e?
Sure, why not?
Apparently,
Oh my-
right?
apparently you can.
You can just make anything you
Wow.
want and bring it over. Well,
Can I
thank
make
you
a
everybody
sword made out
for.
of dog?
I mean, you can. No, nothing's
Or
stopping
a
you.
sword made out of, or a dog made out of sword.
Sure, it can follow you around. Make.
Can I play as an artificer and have the robot companion that I make be just a bunch of swords that have been meshed together into a dog shape?
Oh my god!
Why not? Like, I don't see
Is it-
else
Is it
that
team
could
metal?
break this.
Is it team metal or oil?
It
Both.
it eats whatever I guess it wants. But anyways, thank you everybody for coming out. So, um, as always, we have nothing else besides slightly witty humor to discuss. So,
No
I-
new sponsors.
nobody still likes us, but that's okay. We like each other sometimes, very little, except for Leroy. Anyways, why don't we go ahead and get into this then? So where you guys last left off, you all came back from the Feywild and had a somewhat of an interesting chat with Voss, who was trying to inform you guys of not only the slight changes she's done, now becoming in charge of the wares, but of what's been happening in this region. As you guys remember something back then about hearing something about demons, but coming here, you found that not only was it true, but of how catastrophic they've been to the region. You guys discuss a little bit with her in terms of, again, what was happening and going on. And she informed you of a way to get to Zuradel, as that was your next target. You guys went through a tunnel that led back to the underground caverns of the Great Vault, where you guys started off your adventure helping the spiders reclaim territory. There you chatted with a somewhat old acquaintance that had became a spider queen. You guys made your way back into Zuradel, seeing the sights changed from a great fort that hugged the mountain, and even on you guys coming back through the second time in a giant fight, still this decent sized fort of sprawling buildings now has been somewhat reduced to almost like a refugee center, trying to make sure there's nobody left out in the wilds where demons hunt. You guys chatted with Booba, who is now the Lord of Zuradel. Also trying to inform of any other information you guys had requested, and informing her that you guys currently hold the power to hopefully vanquish this foe who had brought the demons to this land. You guys kind of separated for the day, with Orissa helping restore parts of the outer wall, Podan helping restore more greenery and more nature-like life uh, just within the city, kind of giving this grayish, dim-colored area a little bit more vibrant colors, which uh, you probably would not know, but slowly improve some of the people's outlook in hopes that if new life can start, then so can we. Tay, you went off with Alec and talked to Exuya, who told you the battle that her, Brynjolf, and Alistar went through at the capital, where they were ambushed, and Exuya, the only one barely able to survive, as the other two uh, gave up their lives trying to just hold this creature off. Um, After talking with her and her informing you that you need to also look at yourself as somebody important and don't just choose to sacrifice yourself just because everybody else has something important going on. So, where we are starting back off, I believe I had it where we were starting off on the new day, which is the 39th. So, what is it you guys going to do?
Now, was the guy supposed to show up again somewhere today, right?
I think so. Should uh, so are we gonna go after the demons next? The Titan person, or what's the next point of action? After we talk to, like, what's his name? The guy.
I don't know. I keep forgetting.
Are you talking about the one that's coming to the city?
Yeah, the Star
Yeah.
Guardian.
Warcon.
Yeah, but I'm forgetting on purpose.
Me too.
Oh, I think I was gonna scry and see if Victor and the gang of idiots is somewhere here.
Oh yeah, that too.
I'm just going
Are,
to have
are
a
you
quick. Let me have a
are
quick
you
peek
doing
see if they're on the same plane of existence as us.
are you doing it right now?
No, I can do it
Are
right
you?
now. Morning scrying,
Oh,
why not, right?
I thought you were actually. Oh, I don't know how magic works. I thought you were doing it like as you were talking to me. So I thought that you can go ahead.
I'm gonna scry on Victor, see if he's on this plane of existence.
So are you doing it? Are you
Okay.
doing it yet?
uh,
You doing it
I'm doing it right now. Shut the fuck up.
as you try your best to concentrate with a fly in your ear, you do not get a connection.
Okay. Oh, they're not on this plane of existence. That's something, right?
Yeah, that's good. I guess, or not really good, but it's something, I guess, right?
I mean, we know that they're trying to take over the guy's brother. What's the fuck? Brother one and brother two, whatever. Um,
Brother
we
one,
know we
brother two.
yeah, like older
Yeah.
brother, younger brother. I think younger brother's coming now. Let's call them old and young, whatever. Um,
Now I hope that.
weren't they
Now
like they trying to like? Didn't they take old man, old brother, not the Eastern old man, the old man,
Yes,
the old brother.
you guys were told by Ruba that Both was taken and hasn't been
we're,
seen or had been in any form of contact.
Do you happen to have anything that's sacrificial worth about 25 gold pieces? I prepared something that could be useful to figure out if people are here or not.
mm, Sacrificial.
I mean,
I have
can we just give you 25 gold? Then could you sacrifice
I
that? I
think
don't
it
know.
has to be an actual offering. I don't think it can just be. I mean, we could walk to the closest market and buy something worth 25 probably,
So
and
what
then
if you
use
buy
that.
25 gold worth of food and then just sacrifice that to your nature gods? Is that how it works?
I
that's
mean,
a lot of food.
I would just ask my spores around me, see what they think, and probably give the offering to the spores.
So what, we buy 25 gold worth of cucumbers? I don't know.
We should probably buy potatoes, I guess.
Ah, potato.
Alec is like, because you guys were staying in the fort, and Alec is just
Sacrifice potatoes.
like slowly putting. I know what we're doing
So
today.
Sacrificing potatoes. So you go get the potatoes then.
Yeah.
Here's 25 gold. Go get potatoes.
I don't
The
know
only
if we
time
can.
I'll carry them. He just grabs the gold and walks out.
All right. So he's getting the potatoes. So I guess we're gonna try get the brother back. Like first we're gonna help young brother
I did
get his
also prepare that spell. I almost didn't, but I did prepare it.
good. Otherwise we would have had to
Good.
wait another day.
It was really awkward to tell him I can help you
I
with your
came
brother.
close to not preparing it.
And
So
then we go find old brother. I don't know. Help younger brother go find older brother. Something like that.
yeah, yeah. Should
Kill a
we?
bunch of demons.
Yeah, should we bring? Is anybody? Should we bring anybody with besides just us?
I mean, if you want to use a meat shield, I mean,
Okay, hang on. I better.
it's
No.
like. Oh wait, I should also check if Sabura and Basira are still kicking around. I wonder where they're at.
Well, we can ask them if they want to go with us. Since
We'll see. We'll see about that. They're probably busy. I'm gonna send a message to.
Basira.
Give me a one or two. Who's number one? Who's number two?
Basira will be one.
Basira would be number one.
Okay, Sabura.
Number two. That's
Just
that's easy.
there you go.
You gotta respond to yourself.
No, Joseph's me now at the moment. I'm gonna send a message to
Oh.
Sabura. It's like, so we're back from the Feywild. It seems a year has passed. How are you doing? We haven't seen you in Trudale, so I guess you're busy.
uh, she
I
replies
just
back,
imagined the loud noise.
no. Um, you hear like it sounds like she's kind of like slightly out of breath, and it's just. So that's where you've been. Doing fine. I am slowly mastering farming.
Oh God.
Or is it just rolls her eyes? It's like,
But
farming.
currently nothing else to do in this boring city.
What'd she say? Is she fighting like
Farming.
swarms of?
No,
Oh,
she's farming the insects trying to eat the crops, I guess. I guess when
oh,
they get too closer, they get electrocuted, but I don't know.
that's really disappointing. Can you tell her that? That I'm disappointed that she's not like being a badass and fighting demons.
It's like what you guys don't know is she is farming XP, and it's
But
like she's just
farming XP.
she's just out there like she's gotten so much that like a horde doesn't really do much, so she's just like
She's like 6 levels over the recommended level, so that's just like one shot every single time.
He's already level 20, we're sitting at level 11.
nothing is doing it anymore. Like it's like
Like we hear like a
some
massive
some Leviathan just comes by and dies as I breathe, and it's just like, what? I only gained 0.1 out of that?
like
Ah,
a crack in
I
its
already got this item. It's a common too. God,
she has been farming in this one spot for almost an entire year.
like there's like 5 crackers lying dead on the beach, you know.
Well, it looks like this spot went dry.
Looks for another,
A-
like
and
digs up another legendary item out of the Kraken's corpse. Ah, here we go, another one. Throws it in the trash.
There's like a pile of
Uh,
just all of this wondrous stuff, and it's just, nah, I don't need it.
not
I don't
not
need
doing
it.
it for me.
I already have 7 of those.
All right. Well, guess they're busy doing things.
Uh, should we ask them if they want to help us fight that demon thing, or no? Maybe they're having fun with farming.
I mean, they're probably all the way in fucking Frupolis, I assume, or somewhere. I mean, I guess they could be up north. I don't know. Where would she go? Who knows?
Well, she doesn't like the
Uh,
snow. Remember?
yeah, but we got rid of the snow, remember?
Well, yeah, but she also doesn't like the north. She said she complained about that.
Yeah, but it was completely covered in snow. But it's just not anymore because, you know,
I've
Yeah,
never
but
seen snow.
you're welcome.
it's nice. It's nice to see it once. Once you see it, once is good enough. After that, it gets really annoying.
I mean, I might have when I was 3, but I was kind of locked in a dungeon after that. But
That's just fucked up. Anyway.
That's terrible. You really brought the mood down now.
that
Yeah,
was
like,
the point.
we're having a really good time, and then wonder where those potatoes are.
I'm glad I could be of service.
Oh, we were joking. Don't actually.
I would say it's only been like 5-ish like minutes since Alec left.
You imagine that it would be quicker, considering this potato is going to be sacrificed, but apparently it's slow.
She
Can
wants to grab every single one. She wants to enjoy
So-
can
the
any of you
technique.
just create potatoes out of nothing? Like just grab bits and pieces of fabrics of darkness and create 25 gold worth of potatoes that we could
I'm
probably
gonna
use
wa-
for this
I'm gonna
spell?
wave my I'm gonna wave my fingers in the air. Be like, okay, let me try. Ah, I got nothing.
No, I can't do that shit.
Is a wall of stone worth 25 gold? I might be able to do
Hell no. Well, did you want me to ask her if she wants to come fight demons?
Well, I was gonna ask Zulia if she wanted to come fight demons with us.
How was she? I don't think I've ever met her.
Yeah, how was she?
Well, she seemed like she's still hurting from what happened with Brynjolf and Alistar, and it seemed Alistar was actually responsible. She said, which was really surprising.
Well, I guess.
Almost as surprise. Well, and then she told me how she like what happened when she ran into how they ran into that some big bull creature, and I thought at first that might have been the Titan, but it might have just been a bigger demon.
Mm. Well, I guess Alistar went the correct path before she went poof. Something, right?
Yeah,
My grandpa said that she poked a squirrel in the butt
Yes, she did.
she
and then
did.
poked him in the eye.
It was a miracle that your grandfather did not get pink eye.
He says he used cure wounds on himself. To stop it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I meant lesser restoration. It's slightly stronger.
Sometimes you wonder what people are thinking. Yeah.
Then she got beat up in an alleyway.
He was probably thinking I don't want to get pink eye.
No, what she was thinking, poking a squirrel in the butt.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how she thinks. I never met her.
I think no one knows how she thinks. I think she doesn't even know how she thinks. Thought herself.
That would make sense. Or not make sense. Not sure.
I'm not sure either. She
Well,
was
it consistently didn't make sense. So
Good thing
she
that
robbed
good,
a store for chocolate, didn't steal the chocolate, ran around the city, and then ran to tell the Lily that she robbed a store for chocolate.
the evil person who tortured me and who also ruined the world.
That was before we found out, and she was in charge of the city.
Hmm.
I think that was
Oh,
before. That was before Arissa came back.
well, good thing there was only one of this reckless person and that they didn't have any siblings or anything.
But
She had two siblings.
Well, my grandpa said that her one of her siblings was killed at the tavern and the other one was eaten by bears.
Mm-mm,
no,
not eaten. Still alive.
apparently
Remember that?
they're
Remember
left,
the
but
one?
they hate.
You remember we ran into her during that month of travel? Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
did we? Oh, yeah, up in the one place with all the
Sanctuary.
people who smell like animals.
Yes. And I told you, and I made sure to tell you they're not cattle. Those are just
Still
tattoos
smell
that they
like
got.
animals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they could turn
they
into those.
they had markings like they were cattle.
They were not cattle. I learned that.
Technically.
I feel like one
Technically.
of them could have been a secret traitor the whole time.
About like now is when Alec comes in with like a little bit more than 25 gold worth of potatoes.
I mean,
Where did
yeah,
you
we
get
could
all
have
those
just.
potatoes? We only gave you 25 gold.
I may or may not have found some on the way there and back.
Put them in the offering circle.
Oh, I didn't know
Some of
I was
those don't even.
supposed to make a circle for this. I can figure something out.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know how any of the nature shit works. I know how
he
the arcane works.
he just takes it and kind of like throws it to you, Poden. It's just like here.
Do
I'm
they
gonna.
all are they all potatoes or is like some of them like squash,
No,
like
no,
brown squash?
they're all potatoes. There's
any sweet potatoes mixed in, or just all regular potatoes? Russet, Yukon Gold, red
This is
potatoes.
That's going over my. That is
Important
going over.
question.
okay. They're regular potatoes, but
potato, potato.
So russet, I'm
but
assuming.
some do appear like maybe somebody was eating off of one or a few.
Alec just grabbed it from someone's plate. It's a baked potato. It's just
Oh
like a
my
half of
god.
a baked potato. It's still
Mm.
loaded. It has bacon and sour cream and cheese.
Oh my
I just
gosh.
that one
Oh,
I
this is
just turn
so.
upside down and kind of scrape all the toppings off of it to make it just potato.
Alex seen somebody was eating it at a table. He's like, gosh, guard shift was so. Hey, what are you doing? I need this, buddy. Don't mind me.
Pretty
I
much.
breakfast.
But I'll take the potatoes, I'll set them on the ground, and with Druidcraft, I'll just start making a somewhat solid line of mold all the way around the potatoes on the ground,
Okay.
as part of my preparations to cast divination.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast the spell divination. I guess I chant something. I'll mm, I'll just be like, okay, mold, we have some questions for you. I don't think we've necessarily worked out what the question is, but uh, I don't remember what it was. Was it just if they're on this plane?
No, we're trying to find out where the older man was, right? The older brother.
The older brother.
Oh, if he's on this plane?
No, where he
Oh
is.
no.
We know he's
I
here, but
asked a
where?
yes or no
Oh,
question, I think, right? Or
oh, is he with the Titan? Right?
No, you don't have to
His
ask a
name-
yes or no question.
oh, okay. I just ask any question then. So just asking where that brother is, where the statue is, or where the brother is.
Where the older brother is.
You're referencing Both. He's the older brother.
Buff.
That's the
Buff.
one who's not a statue.
Yeah, he's not like the only person of the Star Guardians is a statue is the druid.
That's the person the brother likes.
Yeah.
Okay, I as Clay was also highly confused on what
Oh,
was going on.
oh, there you go.
That's that's part
Did,
of what was happening there.
No,
did you
there is Both,
did you
who is
think
the
Buff was
only
the statue?
one who awoke when you guys freed all but the druid out of their statue imprisonment, and he was the next line to be king. He was the one who's kidnapped, and it was Rorcon, the younger brother, who was in a relationship with the druid.
Oh,
They're like, oh,
God.
as Ursa tells us today.
Ah,
All right. So I'll just
I thought it was some love triangle thing going on.
No,
That'd be
weirdo.
awkward as hell.
No weirdo.
So
Alright,
the younger brother likes the druid, and then the druid likes the older brother. But then
please don't.
wait,
Please don't finish.
I just start eating the moldy toppings from the loaded baked potato that have already started to mold since they're sitting within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
The ones that I scraped onto the floor, I've just scooped them back up and have started eating them.
Okay. So as you sit here and start casting this, and the
which just don't
circle
like it
of
well.
mold that you put around the potatoes, it's like it slowly kind of goes into the circle, like it's getting smaller and consuming everything that's in it until there is nothing left. Um,
I wonder how much.
what do
I wonder how
you
much a human
ask?
body would be worth.
Hey friends, I was just curious if you had any idea where Voth might be. He's the older brother who has a crush on the statue druid. I don't know much about them, but yeah, I was just wondering, friends, if you had any idea where Voth might be. Sorry for the extra details.
I guess modify memory. No.
Cast
On me
modify
or on
memory.
on the mold?
Oh, you. They're not
Both.
a love triangle.
Cast modify memory on the mold. It is not the older brother. It is the younger brother.
No, anyway, on to the thing.
Okay. Um,
There were a lot of words said.
you as you ask this, and as the mold as finishes uh its offerings that you gave, it kind of looks like it gets flat again on the floor surface, and they slowly start spinning in like a circle in a way. And as they slowly start to spin and spin and spin, you feel as though the color to them slightly changes, and only you see this, as it looks like it gets to a kind of like a dark purplish like color, and then as they about like a few seconds of spinning and showing off this color, they stop, and they kind of like start to form something. Looks like a building of sorts, uh, but it's kind of hard to tell what it is, as this is something you've never seen. And then it starts to just slowly crumble, and like almost like dust kind of like fade away.
I imagine it just gets blown in the wind and then kind of repicks up into the cloud of mold that I have just floating around me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's at some sort of building I don't know about.
Okay.
What did the building look like?
Um, it was a strange building that I've
you've
never seen
you've
before.
never seen a structure like this. Even you traveling with Tay, like going through all of the cities before you guys even went to the Feywild, and even seeing some of the stuff in the Feywild, nothing looked like this.
Not anywhere that I've been before, so nowhere here in the areas I've traveled with Tay, and nowhere in the Feywild, and nowhere in the dungeon that I grew up in.
Well, fuck.
Be kind of hard to hide a whole building in there, I think, but
Anything else in the building?
um,
Anything
anything else for
distinguishable?
you? Like a steeple or anything? Like any recognizable feature?
No, I mean,
Um,
like, was there anything else?
in terms of the building, it didn't look like, again, like any normal like building. It looked like and again, it's hard to say something you've never seen, so it's like hard to describe to even the others. Um, you can just tell, though, it looks like though it would be something important. Like if you were to see this, Like you'd be like, that's the building.
Does it maybe look like it's been like damaged in the past and rebuilt? No.
No, nothing. When they were showing you, didn't look like it was damaged at all.
It's
Mm.
just not something I recognize at all.
You think it might be at that island?
Could be. I mean, the thing we could do is we could hunt some demons, see if we can find a more important one, capture it, interrogate it.
If we get more
See,
potatoes, I can ask again.
I think Alec took all the potatoes in this whole town.
Well,
I
I don't know if the
mean,
mold would be happy with anything else. Would you be happy with anything else, friends?
just shifts around.
No, they're pretty set on potatoes now.
Okay. Anyway,
Maybe
I
rat
think we
hog.
just have to go hunt the demons, see if we can find a bigger one, try to capture it, interrogate it.
Yeah, that's if they've talked to us. Are we sure that they won't just
I don't.
take their?
I don't. Won't give them a choice. They have.
Well,
They will give me what I want.
if we wait for tomorrow, I can also make sure they'll give us what we want.
I mean, yeah, for today we're busy, and who knows what. Younger brother,
We got
younger brother. What he has to say.
not Voff. What's his name?
I
Yeah,
almost brought the spell I would need to force them to tell me things, but I didn't bring it. Game.
unlucky. Wonder where the guy would even show up.
He probably he'd probably go to see Voomba then and let her know
Boom.
that he's back.
Boomba.
Roomba,
What is
Roomba,
this Roomba you speak of?
Booba, Voomba. Yeah, she's a leader now, so she gets an extra letter in her name, doesn't she? That's how it works, right?
No, there's not even one. There's two extra.
Well, you go from captain of the guard to leader of a city. Wouldn't that be like a big promotion?
Yeah, but it tends to come before the name, not in the name.
Uh,
Goblins shakes head. I guess we'll just go show up to Vuva and be like, "Hey, where's this bitch coming?" Or I could send him a message like, make him like hurry the fuck up, right?
Is that information we should do over message or in person? The sorta.
No, I'm just gonna tell
well,
him to hurry the fuck up. We want to help you out. I mean, it's gonna be a surprise, right? Because it's more fun.
All right.
what if he? Yeah.
I mean, what if
Well,
we
what if he
do it
dies?
before? No, she wouldn't. She needs to die first. Like that's the whole point. She needs to die first,
No,
and then
what? No, what if he's already dead? And we try to reach him. Did you send him a message to make sure he's not dead?
I can ask the mold if he's alive or dead. If we get 25 gold more of
or
potatoes.
we can just wait. It's like I don't know. Do we need to burn magic on everything?
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't
Don't
know.
see why
I don't
not.
have magic. I don't have magic. I don't got nothing to burn.
how many times can you get angry in a day?
Depends.
I mean, that like think about that within spells.
What about 4 times maybe? Like I can get really angry and
Yeah,
enough to
like
kill somebody.
What's something that would make you really angry?
Hmm. Uh, People tell me that there's more than two twos for words. That's just I can't take that.
Two,
So there's
two.
a number.
But
That's just
there's like
no.
4 twos.
There is not four. I will smash you into that wall.
Okay, do it.
yeah, do it.
Okay. All right, I will.
I
Could I prepare a spell as Tay's getting ready to smash me into a wall?
um both of
Damn, can I
you
smash him into
both of
a
you make
wall?
a dexterity check to see who goes first. As Tay, you can see just
No,
like
I'm
the.
trying to prepare a spell to use as a reaction once I get hit into the wall.
I mean,
Like I want the spell to go off after I've been hit into the wall.
I don't think you
I
have
just
to
want it to.
prepare that.
Okay.
I think that's just a typical. If it's a reaction, then it's just a reaction.
It's not a reaction, but I'm trying to like hold it so I can use it as a reaction.
What is it?
Meld into stone. It's
Uh,
going to get hit into the wall.
I don't think it's stone.
okay.
Is-
Uh, okay. Tay, go ahead and make just make a strength check.
I rage and do this.
Yes, I counted as you would rage.
Yeah. I was trying to provoke a rage.
Double 11s.
Okay. Tay does pretty much just with as you were really provoking her, and you can see like kind of like red like mist slightly swirl around her as she goes into her rage fury that you've seen a couple of times. Just not as fast as you're able to quickly kind of like flinch back as she charges you, but at the same time, still slightly fast as she just picks you up and just slams you against the wall.
Can I simple spell counterspell it?
Well, I
Well,
cast
I
meld
guess
into stone. I don't know if it goes off or not,
I,
but
as
like I just look at it. I see the spell go up, and I go like, nah, man.
as Tay goes up and just slams you against the wall and kind of not really being pushed in it, but just more of hitting you back to it as you try to say the words to cast uh, meld into stone. Arissa, who's just obviously enjoying this, just kind of like looks at you and just with a hand gesture.
Nothing,
Well,
nothing. I do
yeah, that's
nothing.
true. That's true. With nothing,
yeah,
she's just
subtle spell.
with a smile. It doesn't go off.
I just look down at my hands like, why didn't that work?
And
Can I try and
Oh,
judo
okay.
flip him?
I would like to, now that Tay has picked me up, try to pick Tay back up and slam Tay into the wall.
both of you make dexterity checks,
Dexterity.
and
Alright.
I'm going to. Well, first off, this is to see who really goes first. And Tay, you can
Oof.
get advantage if you don't have it already, just because you were going in a flow. And
Oof.
Poe, you just normal because of the fact
Oof,
Well,
that
natural
Tay's going
20.
first.
yeah, you were just going normal because of the fact that you having to react that your spell didn't work. Uh, without hesitation, Tay just as she slams you, just almost somewhat of a suplex, just throws you behind her, slamming you against the floor. Um,
Now that was dexterity, not strength. I weigh like 400 pounds.
Tay's
She's
pretty
raging.
strong. Uh, Tay, go ahead and
Actually, I weigh 300, but
out of both, go ahead and just take 4 points of damage.
does Tay still have a hold of me after that?
I'll say yes. So if you want to do something, now is your time that you can do it.
Well, if she still has a hold of me, I'm just going to stand there, I guess.
You're on the
Way
floor.
All right,
Lay
are we
there.
done now? All right, are you done now?
I just look at Arissa.
Alec is just like, I mean, can this go on for a little bit more? This is pretty quite entertaining.
I mean, it can.
Fine,
I can
this
pick
is
him
good
up
enough.
again.
No, this is good enough.
Okay.
So now that you've gotten your, this is
Put
what
her
you did on your
there.
journey together as well.
I put my hand
No,
out to Tay. Put her there.
you can get up yourself. You're taller than me.
I was just trying to shake hands with you. I'm already at your head height. I was saying put her there. You won fair and square.
You got no magic thing going on here, do you?
It's a hand.
Uh,
You need to
It's
do.
a
You need to do that.
hand.
Just do it. I love the.
fine.
I shake hands with Tay.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
I don't know you. Like
We
I haven't.
traveled together for a month.
Yeah. This is me as Cole, just being like, I don't trust Clay. He's gonna do something.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Well, I
already
was gonna
ruined this.
fall into stone, so it looked like you literally hit me into the wall, but that got canceled. Then when you when you threw me over your back, I was gonna hidden step so that it looked like I disappeared when you threw me, but you still had a hold of me, so that wasn't gonna work.
Everything got ruined.
Yeah, what was I supposed to do? Wild shape into a flying snake and just fly away without any opportunity attacks?
Yeah.
I
That would be
worked for
fun.
me one time, but only temporarily.
Well, shall we see where this see if he's shown up yet to town? Yes. Yeah. Are we done?
All right. You guys, are you just heading like to Fuba to ask if she has seen him already, or
Yeah. We didn't bother asking her where you would show up, so I guess we have to go there instead of looking around
Yeah.
town because it's gonna take forever.
okay? Um, okay. So you guys go and ask Fuba about the whereabouts of where Rorcon might show up. She states that he has already showed up. He showed up about like the moment as the sun was starting to hit the horizon. Um,
Oh god, I suplexed Conan for nothing then while waiting for him.
um, she says he should be currently on the uh, east side of the city, out right outside the city walls. There is a somewhat of a small tree that he is trying to, I guess you could say, take care of, and somewhat of a memory to not only his partner, but what could have been his partner in the future.
If you would have told me yesterday, I could have helped that tree grow a little more.
Well, I mean, it's not like that was something that came to my mind.
I was
Let's
just
Yeah,
go.
we don't blame. Let's
I
go. We don't blame you for that.
yeah.
No, let's go. He likes to say these kind of things, but
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
mean
very out. He's out there. This is Teller's
By the way, my
franchise.
grandpa thought you were hot.
You said that
thank,
yesterday.
yeah,
I didn't say that to her. I said that to you guys.
thanks.
Oh, he's
Ow.
dead. So no,
I don't
he's
see it.
Teller's dead, by the way, in case you forgot to mention that.
I'm just gonna move over.
Does
I've
bad
already
news
been
follow
beaten
you
up enough
guys everywhere
today.
you go?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start expecting something bad every time I see you.
I mean, didn't you already?
I thought you
That
hated my grandpa.
that one's on me.
That's also you, indeed. At least you're no longer a lowly guard, right? Something. Moving up in the world. Anyway, we're gonna go make his day.
I will be here.
Bye. Have a good day at work.
Thanks.
Well, don't
She's
expect.
like legit. Like, as you guys kind of like came in, she was like eating and like trying to read something of like any
Oh,
recent
don't
reports.
expect to find any potatoes. I think Alex stole
I mean, I still
bought.
have this half of a baked potato that's a little moldy if you want it, but
I think I'm okay.
other
She,
than that, I think all the potatoes are gone.
Let's go.
that's
That's more than that's more than 25 gold potatoes. Anyway.
okay.
Alex
Ne-
though.
Never mind. Let's go.
I don't know how much 25 gold is worth. I grew up in a dungeon.
Don't worry about it. It's a lot. Like 25 gold is not that much. Let's go.
25 gold's not that much. That's like pretty much all I have.
She
But you've been also
she
living in a cave. You've all been living in a cave for 100 years.
I thought I had a good amount.
No.
she no she her parents were jewelry people, I think, so they made a lot of gold
No.
money.
Oh, jury. I was like jury people. What? Just misheard. Yeah. But now they're farmers, so it's all balanced out, I guess. Anyway, let's go.
I wonder if the tree's big enough to walk through.
I guess we'll find out once we get there.
Like when
Okay.
you say walk through, do you mean like physically, like we gotta cut a way through into this
No,
tree
to
and
like
then walk
we
through?
go inside of the tree. We just
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot easier than
You
what I was
guys
thinking.
spending a couple of minutes traveling to the east side city gates. As you guys are starting to come out, you can see it's about probably like somewhere between 50 to 75 yards away. Kind of not close to the mountains in case if there was like a rock slide or anything, but not really close to uh, the main road. It seems like it's been somewhat isolated in hopes that this would be something of a new area. And you can, as you guys starting to get closer and closer to it, you can see that there is somebody who is kind of like on his knees. Looks like he's maybe making a prayer or meditating of some sorts, and you can see like a little bit of not necessarily a picnic, but what seems to be of a I guess in a weird way like a ritual, because I think the word's forgetting me, but uh, yeah,
Ceremony?
ceremony that works.
Because we're
Name?
still like, I guess we're still arguing about stupid shit that's really walking up.
Yes, it's
Shit, I forgot his name.
Oh,
uh,
by the way, is now a bad time to mention that I burned all the spell slots that I could cast that with already today?
You didn't.
No, I did.
You,
Like, that might work on Teo, who doesn't know magic, but doesn't
No,
work on
I
me.
literally spent them all already. You counterspelled one of them. Or somebody did.
I
It
didn't.
could
I
have
didn't
been.
do.
Well, it can't be. Holy magic doesn't really contain
Oh, I
counterspell.
didn't do anything either.
Well, somebody did. There must be somebody following us then.
It must be Lily or something.
Uh,
can I?
yeah,
Can I?
I don't have any
Can I?
more.
Can I insight check?
yeah, sure.
I roll a. Let's see. 24 in deception.
Ah,
I rolled an 11.
eh,
Like,
12.
You
Yeah,
don't believe me that I spent my spells, but you do believe Lily's following us, I think.
yeah. Orisa didn't cast anything.
Well, I mean, yeah, I can see Lily following us. I mean, she did that before. But come on, you got some more spells than that, don't you?
yeah, he does. He
I
has
mean,
many more.
I mean,
yeah,
I've only used two. I only used
he
two
turned,
spells, and I have at least
he
three
turned a,
slots that I could use.
you turned a chicken leg into a worm. I think you got more during the month of travel.
Eh, that one I can just kind of do as a reaction.
As we're like walking up to the guy.
He's like,
By the way, do you
no,
have
no,
any
he's
more
still in
bones?
his like meditative like state. As you
Hey, bro,
guys are like
shit,
10 feet
what's his name
from
again?
him, 5 feet from him.
Hey, bro,
I just go stand in front of him.
what's his name again?
Can I help you?
Younger one.
Younger one?
No, it's
Hi,
not about. It's no.
no,
Yes, do it.
what? What's his name? I don't know what his
He
name.
I don't know. I keep forgetting it.
he finally like opens his eyes and like
I think you said his name was Voth.
Oh,
stand
there.
No, that's
No,
uh
I
the
think
other
that's the
one.
other one.
you guys are
Hi,
killing
you're Voth, the older brother, right?
No, he's the other one. The other one
No.
got taken
You have a
away.
crush on a stone druid, right? A
he
headless stone druid?
he looks and like looks at all of you guys and he's, do I know any of you?
No.
No.
Well, like, or is it like put your ears away, maybe like this. Other than that,
Hey, I was the goblin girl that helped you with the your stony your stony situation.
yeah.
I've
Oh,
never met you
so
before.
you're Team B.
What's left of it?
I don't know what that. Well, I'm not part of that, but I do know like, yeah.
Well, as it's like he's taking everybody and he's just
I wouldn't
very
dig too deep.
very interesting group, but my name is Rokon. My
No, that was it.
my brother
Okay,
Voth
we gotta write
is
that one down so we don't forget.
missing, and druid statue? I
Do you
mean,
still have the statue?
I do still have her, yes.
Let's go.
We got a way to fix
We
her now.
we can
On a
fix it.
scale of 1 to 10, how graphic of like images are you able to stomach?
I think you should probably look away whilst we do our things.
You might have to explain what you're going to do.
Well, you want her back, right? That's what all this is about, right?
Hi, I have the ability to do that.
Yeah, he can do that.
You can
Bring
do
her
that.
back.
But you might not like the way that it happens.
It's a bit graphic. That's
What-
gonna suck.
What are you going to do?
Well, she's stone right now. So
So we
we're
have to
gonna make her not stone and then figure
her
it
body's
out
gonna
from
die.
there.
Then her body's gonna die, and then we need to use that what's left of her to resurrect her. But she's probably gonna be some other race than what she used to be.
She
Sort
should
of like
come out as a gnome. That'd be an interesting dynamic.
Hmm. Uh, I
How would the height difference work on that?
It's kind
mean,
of
it's-
random.
I mean, you
She
have
could also
halflings.
come out as a Goliath. Are
mean,
you
you have
more okay with
halflings,
a
right?
Goliath or a gnome?
There's halflings, right?
I don't know how I feel about this.
She could also be just left dead as a statue.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Exactly. I mean, she'd be
And-
alive again, and if
mhm.
And if things work out, she could be an elf and have the chance to live for another 500 years or something.
Yeah, apparently that's up for me.
Or a furbolg can have the chance to live for
I
another
mean,
500
ha-
years.
worst
Okay.
case, we could take her to the Feywild, and we could have the queen turn her into an elf, right? We know that that's possible.
ha- Give
Or
me
just keep
about
killing her and bringing her back until you get a race you're happy with.
No, that's fucking
No.
macabre. That's so macabre. No.
We could do it
God,
though.
Yeah, we
we're
could, but
not
that's because you
doing
can.
that.
Okay.
I'm just saying on a technical level, it's an open path.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
So at this
Rokon.
current moment, I need both Arissa and Podan to make a persuasion check, and the way
Opposing each other.
pretty much yes, because he's really not sure how he feels about this.
Oh my god.
22.
He's he knows obviously from somewhat of the tales that who Arissa was, uh and while some the other tales that he heard doesn't match Alec or Podan, he's well no, Alec was there.
There was a
Uh
furbolg in their group.
yes,
Not
but
very long.
old one.
he's more thinking about the recent time that they came
So.
and saved him. And he's kind of learned a little bit that this group seemed to be somewhat changing amongst their groups.
I
He's
cast disguise self to look like what I imagined Zoe looking like because I don't think I ever actually saw him.
he's
Or no, I did.
he's trying real hard to believe you, Arissa, and you're like you haven't really broke much eye contact besides looking at Podan and be like, no. So
I'm just saying we could on a technical level do that to
he
get
That is a
satisfactory
terrible
results.
idea.
he looks at you, Arissa, and he's like, can I have like 5 more minutes? Just
Yeah,
in case.
sure. If you want him dead, by the way, I could also just kill him right now on the spot if you really want me to.
No,
Well, we probably
no,
need him
just,
alive to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't.
let's
Not yet.
just give me a moment. And
I'm
I
not
just-
gonna
I
do
just-
it if you're gonna kill me afterwards.
No, I'm not gonna kill you. Of course not. It's just a fucking joke. Yeah, like you're joking about that all the time. You might as well joke back, right?
Should we?
Let's just give him his 5 minutes. Let's go argue over there.
so as you guys kind of walk away for a moment, and he does kind of pack some of these things up, but there is a kind of like a
Okay.
picture frame, but it looks like it's able to hang off one of the branches a little bit. And this tree is like a young tree, so it's not really tall or anything like that. And the branches are at least sturdy enough to hold some small things, but if somebody was like to try to climb it, there's like no way. but after a couple of minutes, he seems to leave it there and has all these things packed up, and he walks up to you guys. Okay,
What was she
let's
again?
let's try
I
this,
think
right?
human, right?
No,
Was she human?
No,
she was an elf.
That's why I said that you could turn her into an elf in the Feywild, because I remember that she was an elf.
Oh,
Hmm.
If worst,
I mean,
if worst comes to
there's
worst.
a good chance she would come back as an elf, right?
Sh-
I don't know what the randomized table is for reincarnate, but I
Anyway.
should probably have that pulled up, right?
It should be in
Yeah,
the spell.
I
reincarnate.
don't think it's just in the spell. It might be.
Should
Maybe I
be.
should
It
read
seems
my
it's
spell descriptions.
no. It
That
says in
spell
it.
would be useful.
It says in it.
Oh, by the way, does anybody have 1,000 gold of oils?
Ah,
I mean,
wow, I forgot. It's in my other pocket. Odan, I'm sorry.
If you need some materials, I can help out with that.
1,000 gold worth of oils.
I just remembered that I needed that. I probably should have looked at this before.
Did you not look at your own spells?
What
Like,
did you?
Arisa like shows her book where like all the spells that like this.
My
This,
spells are just
this.
kind of what I come up with on the day of, you know. I don't really just keep them memorized. I just kind of in the morning when I wake up, I go, it'd be pretty cool to just shoot a sunbeam out of my hand. That'd be pretty rad today.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
I mean,
Let's
I
go.
could have said
Let's go get.
moonbeam, but that didn't really work for me last time.
Let's go get the materials.
just give me a second and I'll meet back up with you. If you'll meet me at the
I have 10 gold I can put towards your ingredients.
it's
Oh my
it's
gosh.
fine. It's not really going
That's
to hurt my
okay.
pocket at all.
I put my
Oh yeah,
10
that's
gold
right.
back into my empty pouch.
No, just meet me back
He
in
wants
front
the
of
money.
the fort and I'll lead you up to her room.
All right.
So
As we go argue the entire way again.
So
yeah,
by the way, does anyone have greater restoration prepared? Because we're
Probably
also going to
Alec.
need that.
Alec, you know what that is? Do you
I
know what
didn't
that
think
is?
about preparing it today. Because if we
yes,
don't have it, then we have to wait for tomorrow.
I don't know why, but something told me this might happen. I got this.
Yeah.
So as you guys
If-
kind of bicker on the way back, and
Oh
but he
wait.
does
Because we
somewhat,
will also need another 100 gold for the greater restoration.
Ah, gosh.
I have money for that. It's fine.
uh, he does kind of follow you guys
Wait.
into the city, but then kind of veers
Wait.
off to go gather the materials.
Shoot.
And within 10 minutes later, he meets back up with you guys.
Okay. So like when you do this, like when they get released from the stone, is this gonna just like because she doesn't have her head anymore? Should we have like something there to?
I
Okay,
mean,
sorry.
unless you just want it to go everywhere.
Wait,
That's
should we
why I
get a
said it was
bucket?
going to be pretty graphic.
This is like okay now. Now we go serious mode. We have had our day now of like relaxing after the
This is
Feywild where
serious. It's going to be
Well,
pretty
no, 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 no,
graphic.
no.
it's just the
Well,
way you
like,
talk about it is unnecessarily
Yeah, but I asked him how much
descriptive.
of the viscera
where
he
should we?
would
Should
be
we?
okay with.
Where should we have this happening? That's what I mean. In the bedroom or?
Probably not. If they have some sort of cellar, in my experience, underground areas tend to be really good places to just hide things from happening.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
What? It's true.
I can just magically clean up whatever mess we make. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
How
so
long
could
does it
I.
take?
Serious,
How
serious.
long does? How long does it take to do this spell?
It's relatively quick.
Well, both spells.
Great restoration is instant, and the other one is an hour.
Yeah. If you're talking about the blood one, it's quick. The other one's gonna take a little more time, but it still won't take too long.
But we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, do you know what's gonna happen? She's stone. Like, let's just do
Let's
this.
just.
For all we
We'll
know,
do,
she'll come out and still be alive, and everything will be fine. Maybe
she
she'll be
doesn't
like
have
a
a.
chicken. Who knows?
That.
Okay.
Wow. I'm a goblin, and that one's terrible.
As
I mean, I
as
could
he
hold a polymorph spell for the exact moment that she comes out and see if we could just
You can't
polymorph
cast.
her.
You can't cast it on.
But if
as
she's technically still alive in the exact split second she comes out,
as
it'd be a
Roricon
chance.
comes walking back and like hearing all of this bickering, he's, "Are you guys okay?"
They were
Yeah.
talking about where to do it
Yeah.
at.
No. Okay. Is the bedroom somewhat private for this ritual?
Or do you
That's
have
all
a
we were
cellar?
wondering.
It would be kind of hard to drag her to the cellar, but I
I
mean,
don't know.
Well,
I could carry probably a ton pretty easily.
it wouldn't be. I can
No.
literally just make it levitate, but let's just keep it there.
Let's just.
I have a big enough spot we can do it in. It should be fine. I mean, do you need something bigger than a room?
Do you have a blindfold out of curiosity?
Why?
I mean, I
Look,
don't. Like, what he's trying to say, I think, what he's trying to say in a really weird his way. You probably don't want to look at your girlfriend dying in front of your eyes, because that's what's gonna happen. I think we all know. I'll just say it. It's gonna happen because that's the only way we can get her back. She needs to die first.
I'm not new to this particularly of death. It's, let's just say I woke up every morning seeing her like this. Pretty much feels like she's been dead the entire time. I
Well,
I get
I think
I get your concern. I will be fine.
I just want to say something. I know I've said a lot of things so far, and I think this will be probably one of the least weird ones out of all of them. But
This seems very surprising.
even if she comes back looking different than what she did in the past, she's still going to be the same person on the inside.
Well, thank you for that. Let's
there's a thumbs up behind his back. Hey, that's good.
let's head upstairs. And
I'm
so
learning how to do good in social situations. I didn't even mention the fact that when you cast Greater Restoration, she's just going to turn it into a blood fountain.
he
I
like
couldn't keep a serious face once Cole reacted, but I was
as
trying to keep a serious
as
face.
like, did you say that out loud?
Yes, he would
It's
have
like
just kept a serious face and said
as
it out loud.
as like he's opened the door and heard this, and like you guys can just and just
You're,
like
I'm getting better at the whole
you're,
social situation thing.
you're sighing, but I have to live with this every fucking day.
I had to travel with this for a month.
Well, you didn't complain about it then.
Well, it's kind of hard to when you're beating up criminals and escorting people to different towns.
Well, unlucky. Anyway, let's get to this.
as you guys this seems like it's been a bickering day, so as you guys bicker your way upstairs, he leads you up to his chambers. As he opens the door, and the living room is like of decent size, not something like as fancy as somebody like you would probably expect um, of a noble of sorts, but at the same time, not a mere common room either. Uh, and as you guys kind of walk in, and it's okay. It's furniture. There's nothing too uh, different about any of them. It seems like it's been well kept, and he shuts the door behind you guys. And um, if you guys want to move the couch back, I'll bring her in here.
Okay, Alex, let's move the couch. 1, 2. Alex, are you
I'd like
picking
to
it up
just
or am I?
walk up. I'd like to just walk up and with my huge giant build, grab one side of the couch with one arm and the other side with the other, and just pick it up as I can lift and carry anything up to like 500 pounds with ease, just with one of my racial abilities.
But this
Um,
couch
Oh
is
yeah.
501 pounds.
this couch isn't that heavy at all, so it's like
Yeah,
relatively light.
I'll just
It's just
pick
like
it
when
up
you
and
lift up a
move it.
box. It's when you lift
Yeah.
up a box, you expect it to be heavy, and it's like, oh.
Like,
Yeah.
if Arissa wanted to do this herself, that's probably a chance she could easily have done it as well. So there's nothing
I'll just
fancy about the
Oh,
stuff he
so
has.
it's
I just
literally
look at Voss or at Alec and at Tay, and I just one hand on each side, pick it up and just move it like 5 feet out of the way, or
Okay.
however far I can move it.
Um, you
Back to
can
the no.
you can as Rorcon's coming back in, you can see as he's holding the statue, and goes and places it relatively in the middle of the room. And once again, for Orissa, Tay, and Alec, you guys see it where it looks like she's in a maybe either a like a defense or like she's trying to react to something. But she's in like the mid process in doing that, and of course, the uh, neck portion was a. It seems like it's a little bit of cracked with time, but it almost still appears to be a that clean cut as it was before. And Rorcon kind of takes a couple of steps back, and he's just, I'm putting a lot of faith in you guys, and so I really hope this works out. I'd hate to
Okay.
lose what I already have left.
I just wanted to let you know this is going to take a while, and I don't want you to get disheartened after it takes about an hour to do it. So let
I
the process happen. Um,
an hour doesn't seem as bad as almost how long it's been since she's been like this.
A year?
A little
Yeah, a
bit
little bit over
more.
here. A little bit over here.
So what is 1 hour going to hurt?
Well,
Oh yeah, we could talk. Well, we could talk about what you've been up to this last year, I guess, to help you get past the hour. I'm terrible when it comes to conversations. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Now, I do also want to say I don't know if this is the case, but there is also the chance that if her soul isn't willing to return, she herself will not accept the new body.
well, I guess in that case we have to, I guess,
Convince her?
Rogan has to plead to her, I suppose. I mean, he's like the best candidate to do it, so.
If
Does she have
it's
any
Yeah.
like
if it's her
any of her?
choice, then it's her choice as well. I don't want to force it.
That should be the only thing really that impairs whether or not she's able to return.
Well, the only
Whether
reason
or
why
not
this
she
would,
wants to.
the only reason why this works is because, like, normally it wouldn't work because it's been more than 10 days, obviously,
But
but
she's
she's
technically still alive.
until the
So
moment we free her, and then she's gonna die, and then we can resurrect her.
this is all going on technical ideologies. We don't know the facts.
Yeah, there's
yet.
like these, like, look, she shows the spells. Like, you see these words written here as like technicalities. That's sort of what we're going about now.
You're
What-
reading
what-
between the lines in law documents and hoping that it works out.
I don't know what I don't know what technicality is. Is that like a
Like,
food?
There in for that like this one particular spell, there was a smartass who legitly, as he was writing, had done like a giant loop of the words, and it's just, hey, look, there's a loophole.
anyway, like, as always digs up one of the basilisk insights. I think what was it? How did I describe it? As
Oh gosh, that's gonna be
stomach? No,
so gross.
stomach fluid. We processed the things. I remember we put the
Oh,
fluid
are we
into
doing?
jars.
I thought we were going to use greater restoration to do it.
No, we can just do it. But I have like
That
I
makes
still have
things
two,
easier then, because I forgot to prepare that spell.
no, but I have 2 jars of stomach fluid still left.
As
And they've been,
you
like,
kind of like look at it and stuff like that,
It's gotta be blobby
there's
now.
there's
It's
like
congealed.
the top layer. It does seem to a little bit more slightly solidy. It's as you kind of shake it a little bit, it does kind of move, but it's
What
that
does it taste like?
it's
You
I can
don't want
find
to
out.
know.
it's definitely nasty looking, but it's like it should still work.
Yeah, it's just like opens up the top and like takes like a little like her dagger like pokes like into the solid on top. Looks at
Wow!
looks at work on. And like looks at Tay. Oh yeah, I had a dagger by the way, but you know, chop 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 chop.
He's
You had a dagger and you didn't tell me?
I think out of everybody here, he is like slightly sweating the most.
Or is it super chill? She's like super chill, like chuck, 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 just chopping it away. Okay, that should be fine.
You need a
But,
hammer
like,
to break it. I have a hammer.
no, it's fine. Like it's like I need to get into the glass without
I also
breaking
have
the
a
glass.
wooden stake. If you want to be even
No,
less
dagger's
spooky.
fine. Check, check, check.
I've got another wooden stake and a few more in the chest on my back.
Uh,
Was your grandfather scared of vampires?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh
anyway.
yeah, he
I'm,
was. He was.
anyway, I'm just gonna turn up the jar over her and just
okay.
see what happens.
She's gonna smell
As
awful when she comes back.
as you pour it, uh, and of course 90, 85, maybe 80% of the liquid. I'd say since you've tried your best to chop it up, I'll at least go to 90% of the liquid as it uh kind of, I would assume it's like you're pouring it like on the neck portion and it kind of like starts to drizzle down and
Oh, it's gotta smell
and
awful in here now.
Falling
at
out like a whole thing of jello and then just slowly.
no, the rest part is liquid, but then it's like you see the kind of remaining as the liquid is going down the rest of the stone like body. There's like little dots of the blob that was like chopped up.
Still stuck to the fabric of her shirt. And
But it you can see where as in a very weird like manner the stone slowly starts to like crack in a bunch of places as it looks like it's absorbing the liquid. And as
Oh,
parts of it starts to shell away and more rapidly at pace, the this now uh, somewhat palish figure doesn't even go through with the motion. It's just as the stone parts fall, it just falls and plops onto the ground.
you're up. You're up, Podin.
I mean,
do you have the oil?
He's already like before all of this happened. He's like already placed it next to you and all that
Alright.
before.
I'll kind of stick my hand out and some of the mold that normally floats around me will kind of congeal into my hand. And I'll take some of the oil and pour it onto my hand and just kind of mush it until I get like a almost like a resin of oil and mold mixed together and just start applying that to the uh, dead humanoid, the body.
Okay.
Um, kind of continue that process until it's fully coated within the course of an hour, and then just continue to apply oil and mold once it's fully coated.
Okay. Um.
And that
Okay.
will be kind of the way that I'm casting. I have
So this
the chart now. If you want to roll it, it says your DM will your GM. It says rolls a D100 and consults the table.
Yeah. Give me one second. Reincarnate, right?
is this how you brought is this Lily back?
No, no, that was a much more powerful spell.
Mm.
I sent it in roll 20 for you.
Thank you.
Was she a high elf or a wood elf?
Um.
Probably
He's
would have.
he's not really quite responding. It over the time. Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this. Oh, wait. That is not. Oh, I wanting this.
But the way I was envisioning this is I just kind of keep adding layers of this mold oil resin on until it's almost like the shape of a cocoon.
No
That was the way
shit.
I was
Okay.
envisioning it. Is it
Um.
the exact ratio already was?
So over the course of an hour, as Poden, as you guys even watch him,
Oh,
even
sorry.
even listening to like again as you guys like have bickered constant back and forth and him just being him, this particular moment seems like he is like the calmest he's ever been. And it's not like he's doing things irrational or like things that seem to be more uh I can't really think of the word like childlike. He's seems to be very gentle in how he's doing this. as he's kind of like scooping the air around him and like slowly like Play-Doh mushing it in his hand, and over the course of him constantly doing this over and over, as drops of kind of like grayish black liquid slowly starts to fall on the body like wax, and he just keeps going over the entire portion of it. And it's what, an hour, right? Yeah.
The way I envisioned it, it kind of formed a cocoon around the body almost.
Yeah. And so over an hour, uh, the rest of you, are you guys just also sitting and waiting? Because Warcon, it seems like he is standing there, like giving him some space still, but like he's just watching. Yeah, it almost looks like maybe a like every now and then it looks like, did he forget to breathe? Oh wait, no, he's breathing. Did he forget to blink? No, okay, no, he's breathing. Like he is extremely focused on this and seems to be extremely cautious. Um,
Wait,
but
hey,
Oh,
Mystic, you want
hmm.
to send a message to Auxilia? Tell her, see if she wants to
Look,
go traveling with us?
we
I
can
don't
do.
know.
We can go later. We can go find her. It's fine. She's in the hospital. Oh no,
No,
she's
she's
probably
back.
still there. She's probably still there.
No,
Anyway,
she's out. We,
whatever.
we went.
I'll find her. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
uh, as the hour has gone by, Odin, you feeling like you've completed your task, um, and you kind of like look at him and giving a gesture that if he was wanting to say something, he could. Um, you kind of like stepping up and kind of joining the rest of your party as he kind of comes next to the cocoon and like kneels down.
I wiped some of the residual mold on Tay's hair.
I
It's
elbow Podan in the knee.
it's it's like gel in a weird way.
Oh, so my
Look
hair
at
looks
back.
better.
Yeah, sure. It's got some black in it now.
Taro backslick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and it seems like though he's just not necessarily in a somewhat of a whisper, and not necessarily too hard for you guys not to hear, and it's just like, if you want to come back here, as I've been here all this time waiting, please. Um, okay, yeah. Um, as he's kind of like done with that and kind of like stands up and like looks at you, Poe, like he's this is the first time though he's been around with Reincarnate, and it's like expecting like, is there anything else you got to do?
Hey friends, do you know if there's anything else I need to do? I kind of look up at the mold that kind of floats around me.
They, I mean, you feel as though there's like you've done what you were supposed to. You don't feel like you've forgotten anything.
I'm
Maybe he needs to open the cocoon to let her out.
there, like I said before, there may also just be the chance that her soul was unable to return or unwilling to. But maybe Tay's right. And I'll reach towards Arissa, like, could I have your dagger?
Maybe not use it. How thick is it? It can't be
Can't
that
you,
thick, is it?
can't you use your hammer to crack it? See what happens.
I don't, this is kind of more of a mushy cocoon. I don't know about hitting a hammer against something that's.
Hey, what? Here, why don't we? How mushy
I
is it?
could
Can you
use
just?
this, and I pull out a scimitar that's like 3 feet long.
Maybe not that. What
This is a
here?
serious moment. Let's not fuck
I'm
around.
sorry.
Anyway,
I'll put
Let
the scimitar back.
let's just use our hands.
I think,
Hands.
yeah, it's nature magic, right?
I'll attempt to pull it apart. I've never done this before.
No, neither, none of us have. I think If anything, it's not like, imagine how my magic work, where I force magic to work to my will. This is more of a natural thing, so I guess the way it would work best is use the things nature has given you, right? Yeah, I don't know how
Can
this
you
works
pull the
either.
cocoon apart? Does it pull apart?
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're going down to like start using your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys kind of like go over and like, it's like you having to like try to pinch and like break a little bit of a hole so you can actually get your fingers in, because it is like it has that definitely slimy feel to it.
It's
Um,
a,
but
it's like a pop can.
as you guys are starting to like able to
Pumpkins
open
are
it,
slimy?
um,
No, like when you get that wet pop can when you take them out of a garbage bag.
you
What?
Yeah.
both Podan and Tay, you guys can see like as you kind of breaking it open and you're like in the middle section, you can see somewhat of the stomach area, um, which is still clothed. Um, and as you guys open it just to see if like anything's moving, uh, you do notice it looks like the stomach is moving up and down.
Does she look different from what she
Breathing.
did before?
I'll continue peeling the stuff back as Tay examines the medical
Okay.
aspect
Dr.
of this,
Tay,
I guess.
Dr. Tay is on the case. Don't worry.
And Nurse Podan.
Tay, make a make a history check to see if you remember exactly. I mean, the
I think
height
she
is
just saw the statue a few seconds ago.
the. It's not that. It's like you can the height of the statue and stuff like that. Sure, but it's if it's breathing, obviously there is a face, and it's. Do you remember what the face even looked like? As Podan is like starting to break more and more of it open.
9.
Okay. No. Uh, to you, she looks exactly the same
She
as.
doesn't have scales or anything. No.
Nope.
Well, she's not a dragonborn.
Very well done, Tay. I think we could all see that.
I mean, it looks like she's
Nope.
alive.
Podan,
And
as
she's
you continue breaking up uh, the rest of this cocoon like, and it's a little bit of it's kind of like more of like slightly of her kind of
Is
curled just a little bit, like the body itself kind of naturally curled, almost like a newborn baby. Um, you can see
Oh, I think she kicked.
you can see like the slight blondish, like somewhat darkish as well though, but blonde hair, uh, definitely like in a very sticky like goo. That she seems to be unconscious, but her head is there.
I look
does
up
she
at
have pointy
Rorcon.
ears?
Do what?
Does she have pointy ears? Do we see pointy ears poking through?
Um, yeah, she does. They look as Podan kind of like starts to bring her up a little bit. Um, you don't necessarily remember what her ears looked like before, but she does.
Compared.
It looks just like Arissa's.
Okay. Does she look the same to you,
Um,
Rodon?
he kind of comes over and Odin, you kind of like gesturing him to like kind of help take her, and as he does, her her ear seems slightly more pointed, but other than that, everything seems to be the same.
Wait, elves have
Was
pointier.
she like half elf and now she's full elf?
No, no, she was an elf for sure.
Marissa
Oh,
takes out
she's
the
like a high elf.
Marissa takes out the book from all the way back at the start of the campaign. Browses to the start. Ah, yeah, high elf. That makes sense.
420.
she uh
Wow.
she used to be a wood elf, but she's now a high elf.
Yeah, like I read, like, I remember I have the fucking high elf porn book from all the way back at the start. Marissa still has that, so What was it called again? Let
Wow.
me. I remember it
see
from
two
my
ways
mind.
to,
Oh gosh.
What
I
is
I
it
don't.
see
called
two
again?
ways to possibly wake her up. We could either give her some healing or maybe splash her
Ah,
with some water.
getting down in
Uh,
high places. Is what it was called.
Wait, was that?
That's the title you gave
It's
it.
the
Oh
smut book.
gosh.
I
That's
should
a
like
that's
throwback.
a bad that's a far back
That's,
callback.
that's
That
like
Callback.
that's like session 2 or 3 or something.
Why?
I think session 2.
Yeah.
I think that was
True.
when we went to the book shopping.
Like
No.
Mhm.
You
I went
Points.
to the general store.
you
They all
guys
went to the bookstore next door.
Mm.
Cause I was talking to Fadark or something like that.
this
What's
was
his name?
about
Fadar, the general storekeeper.
that
Yeah,
that
I
was
was talking
about
to the general store.
maybe 5 or 6 because you guys were going to
Oh yeah, cause we went to uh Alistar's home village and then came back and then did the shopping.
yes.
So
So
mhm.
it was a few sessions.
It was a little deeper in, but it was still way back. That was like a year ago,
That was though a
almost. Yeah.
year ago.
Nice.
But
Gosh.
I mean,
It
in
was just
game
like
it
the
was
describe
like 2
like
years.
as they describe the high elves, they're like really pointy as he's like, high elf for sure. And then puts the book away again.
Because Arissa was just looking
Wow.
at the picture in the smart book.
everybody is looking
I
um
can't see them.
at her who's
And I've been sitting in the corner like reading my book, like, ha, I knew it.
yeah, you were like quickly
Aha.
like skimming through pages like wait, I've seen yes, this page.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh wait, this is kind of a spicy page, but like put it back.
Oh, I better put that back and read it later.
um but so
Jeez.
Warcon does he does take
Wow.
her and kind of goes into the bathroom area and
Like, or is it just like, as he's trying to, as people are talking about it, she puts the book away, she's like, oh, I can fix that. Prestidigitation.
I mean, there's just a huge cocoon still sitting on the floor, but
um
I just have my shirt, I just sit there like, cast, get the fuck out of here.
I
okay,
just
you
pick up the cocoon, look at the nearest window, open it, and just throw the cocoon out the window.
Lands on some child.
you cast it on
Hopefully
her
not.
and all of that goose almost like it like steam just kind of evaporates off. And you kind of like trying to do it to the cocoon where it looks like it's just getting drier and drier. Poe, as you go to like kind of grab it and like as you go to like toss
Does
it
it
out the
just
window,
crumple up and return to the mold around me?
it just
I just start smashing the whole cocoon then, so it's all dust.
it's like part of it does like part of it goes out the window, but like as the wind starts to like really take it, it just crumbles in the wind. You're like, oh, and you crush
Yeah.
the other half of it, and
At least
Wait.
it didn't blow back into your face.
Oh, good. I mean, it did, but it feels nice to me.
he
Oh, I
since
guess
you done that,
good.
Arisa, he's like, well, that helps a lot, and goes and actually sets you on the bed, and Alec is who walks over to her and is, a little bit of healing probably wouldn't hurt, and just
I
cast
was
like
going to
a
advise that we just created 40 gallons of water and dumped it on her, but that was.
That would probably kill her.
You could also cast water breathing.
Let's enjoy the fucking moment instead of doing stupid shit
Okay,
now.
sorry.
Come on. Let's get
Uh,
down to earth, get down to earth.
as
Okay?
Alec though casts just a low level spell, she starts to open her eyes and uh she's like trying to take in her surroundings and try to understand what's happening. And Alec
Good morning.
kind of like leans down a little bit and like tries to get to her eye level, and it's just, you're okay, you're fine, just breathe for a moment. I think it's been a while.
About a
And
year.
Alec just looks back. Shut it.
Your old body was kind of eaten by some mold, and you were provided with a new
Shut
body.
it.
Oh my god. I am going to kill them myself. And she about a few minutes is kind of like able to sit up and it's just see the rest of you guys, and as she stares at you, you four. Thank you. Thank you. But I think there's things I have to tell you.
Oh fuck. That's just
Shit.
Uh,
Did she meet half of our souls?
what?
Just out of curiosity. I
uh,
mean, not Podans,
Oh,
but
like that. Oh,
Toad.
like this. I was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck
Did she
knows?
meet the other half of our souls?
you don't know that. She's still trying to breathe.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Mm,
I can't
What?
ask the question because Podan doesn't know about that. I mean, they
Yeah,
don't know about it
no one
either.
knows.
Yeah.
No one
About
knows.
like a few minutes later, she's been given like some water and just uh something
Food?
small to eat as well, just in case. And like she does eat some of it, but it's not like. I guess it's weird. Like, are you starving when you get reborn, or like are you
A
full?
brand new body. I assume she hasn't eaten anything yet with it.
Yes.
So,
But
Gotta break it in.
Alec is trying to be more of this. I guess you could say of like a healer, and you can see Alec really stepping in this role as he's trying to get her to take very small paces because he as well doesn't know exactly how reincarnate works, and he's trying to go off the fact her body's been pretty much temporarily frozen for a year and doesn't know if like any of that was affected by things. But anyways, after a few minutes of her coming together and
Again.
kind of like catching breath, and Rorcon kind of looks at the rest of you guys and it's like, all right, I think she's ready to talk. And then you all come back into the room, and you can see her like kind of like sitting up and uh, again, thank you all very much. Um, uh, my name is Orena. I don't think I've introduced myself to any of you. Um, but
We met in passing like a long time ago when we defended. What's the? I forgot the town's name already. Zaccaster.
yes, Zaccaster. I remember seeing you all then. Uh, it was a slight unfortunate that we really did not get to know each other under better circumstances. But I believe, I think this is a little bit more important. While I was dead, and I can tell I finally died as I became a spirit, the whole afterlife is it's out of order.
Out of order. How exactly?
Well, I mean, I was unaware or unsure exactly what was happening since I died, and I, just in case, tried to get as much information as possible in case I was coming back. And um, it, it seems as the and you can see she's trying to think and trying to recall some memories, and uh, I remember seeing what I can't remember her name. Um, and she's like looking at all of you, and she's the one that died at Zaccaster.
Lily.
Really?
Yes. Um, it seems as though she's changed. Um, but I, I think she is now running, or took control, or she's doing something to the afterlife. And the only reason why I know to tell you guys, well, it's kind of easy to hear some of your names come up. So I was hoping that what I was going
Probably
through,
Orisa.
I was hoping what I was going through, I would be brought back. I've noticed that a little bit of me has changed, but relatively the same. So, and she looks around and noticing you, Podan, to be more of what she is as well, and is you did a good job. Thank you.
I would have been interesting if you came back as a Dragonborn or something different, just to know what the different experience is like. Just
It would be very interesting if that was the case. I, but I mean, I do like the way my body. Well, I don't know if I could really count this as my body either, but it's
it
better.
is now.
Semi-familiar,
It's
similar, right?
it it still feels as though I'm in something else, but I think within time it will pass.
Oh yeah, I'm sort of going through the same process right now, and she like this still is weird. She just grabs it. Yes, I don't know.
It
Come on, I could,
you'll have to probably change. Wait, how did you? I thought you were a human.
He died as well, and we also brought her back.
No, no.
no.
We went to the Feywild, and the queen of the Feywild turned me into an elf.
I thought I could get one off.
Oh, why? Wait, you made the queen?
Yeah, it was a whole shit show down there as well. We
That's
beat
why we were.
Lily. We beat Lily and the forces there too, and then she got super upset that no one told her, and then apparently I'm some important person now, and then she changed me into an elf.
Oh, um, I'm sorry.
Tell me about it.
It
I
seems
mean,
like
the ears look nice at least.
Oh, thank you. But the whole fact that Fate has been playing a fucking game in my life is not so nice.
well, it seems like I think fate has a lot of things in store
Sweetheart.
for all of us. Uh,
I
sh-
also have pointy ears.
she looks at
They're
So
not
does.
as pointy, but yeah.
she looks over to Rorgon, who's been kind of like sitting next to her, and she's like, "Where's everybody else at? We need." And she's like still trying to catch her breath as well. Um, we need we need to talk to everybody about this. He's I'll I'll get a word out to them. Don't worry. Just relax.
Focus on recovering your strength. It's been a year. A lot's changed since you were
You
turned
may
to
want to
stone.
avoid more solid foods for the first few days. I've never really known how this goes, but it is a new ecosystem within the body, and certain things may not be prepared to be digested.
Mm, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Uh, yeah, I need to recover a little bit, but and I think I need to catch up on a lot of things. Hearing a year's gone by is not
I
really
think it's been
something
over a
pleasant.
little over a year.
Over a year.
For her, it's
Um,
over a year. For us, it was a year.
for us, it was a few weeks.
No, but we missed a year in the
Yeah,
material plane.
but for
Yeah,
her, it's
but
been like a year and a half probably. I
a
don't
year
know
and
when she
two
got
a
stepping
month.
stone.
No,
A
less.
year
Just
and
like less, a
Um,
lot less.
are we still at the capital?
No, the capitals no more.
It's gone.
it's gone. We're at Zurido.
There's like two other cities that are gone. Three if you count the one that's now sanctuary.
Scony, um,
Coolridge. And
Woolridge, and the capital. So three. Oh, and Sirico. So,
yeah, but Shriek was gone before already.
yeah, Sirico's already gone. So Um,
What caused the destruction?
Lily, demons,
Titan.
um, Titan.
yeah.
Although we haven't actually heard anything about the Titan since we've been back on this plane.
She kind of like sets her.
Not that it's caused any damage anyway.
She's set her cup down and she's just kind of like leaning back on the bedpost and it's just. Oh, definitely missed a lot.
Yeah, so did we.
Mhm.
Um, well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna try to catch my rest. And I'll try to inform some of the others when they get here as well of what I've seen, and I'm sure they have to tell me quite a bit of things as well.
Talking about the others, looks at younger brother. We need to
He's
go rescue your. We need to go rescue your brother.
oh, I we've tried looking for him in a bunch
We
of
did.
places, but we have no idea where he's at.
We might have an
Oh,
idea, right?
there was this somewhat strange looking building. It's not from anywhere around where I've been here in the south or from the Feywild, but I'll try to describe it as best I can to him with things that are unfamiliar to me.
Um, as you're describing it, uh, who has the highest passive?
Alec.
Uh, Alex,
Okay, well
Alec
then,
is like a 19.
I got a 15.
who's the second as well?
I got a 15.
I'm checking mine. I think it's 15 or
I,
16. It's an
Mine is
you
not.
18.
might have.
I was wrong. 18.
Mine
Okay.
is not
Wow.
noteworthy. Mine is not noteworthy.
Mine's
If only we
15.
had Teller with his 23 here.
Okay, so um, Alec and Podan for you two. Alec, who's been on the standing up, but still kind of sitting, like standing right next to Arena,
Oh,
who's was constantly just making sure that she was going through some of these natural healing process and like not like eating too fast or drinking too blah 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 blah.
Also, avoid alcohol for just maybe the first 2 weeks.
Uh, as you're like explaining this, and he happens to catch this, and you see this in the corner of your eye too, as you're looking at Rorcon, you notice like the eyes of Orena have gotten bigger and bigger as you're explaining this, what this building looked like. And as you're done, that's that was in the afterlife.
Oh.
That
The bold knows a great many things.
that building, I don't exactly know where things were located, but that is a very, from what I think that's where the dead is supposed to go.
Do we have
how
to
did we
die
get
to
there?
get there then?
I mean, that is just that is just another plane of existence. It's a Shadowfell.
Mm, correct.
We have to get to the Shadowfell.
That's like the area we were in within the Feywild where it was sort of manipulated by sort of more Shadowfell energies, right?
But
I assume that it was a projection of the Shadowfell at the very least.
I sort of felt some sort of familiarity while I was in there. It's hard to explain.
like your dungeon that you were in with Lily, or not really with Lily, but with your people,
It's say that's
similar.
kind of where the familiarity came from, I'd say.
That means we have to go to the tier. Well, I guess I wanted to go there anyway. We have to put an end to Lily to begin with. Like we have to put it in the ground for the third time.
If you
'Cause
have 25 gold worth of potatoes, I could try asking if there's where the other members of your guys' party is.
I think they're
If
still
they're
all.
there as well.
I think they're still alive. They're still alive.
With who?
I don't know. the
Star
other
Guardians?
members
Like
of
what?
your party, the other Star Guardians.
No,
They're still.
they're still alive.
Or I didn't know that we
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Voomba told us. Voomba told us.
Umba?
Voomba. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we have to go plane hopping again and go to the Shadowfell.
What was your
Wait,
name by
Oh,
Wasn't it?
Ura?
Orina, which is
Orina.
Orina.
I knew it.
We're definitely not gonna remember that.
I'm gonna
I
remember
will.
it. I only
Hey,
remember.
listen. I, as Clay the player, never met the Star Guardians. Podian never met them either. So for both of us, this is the first time meeting Rorcon and Orina. So
I think I was unconscious when we met them.
I was
um,
awake. I was just on purpose
I was at a
I-
funeral.
for
So
funny sake. I pretended to forget their names, but I remember.
um, she's. I can like it looks like she was trying to maybe channel something, but then kind of like looks like she was getting like kind of like a light
Lightheaded.
headache.
We
And
can wait. We have waited for a long time, so don't worry about it.
okay,
Fine.
yeah, I don't think I can still do anything yet. It might take some time. Hopefully not long.
You need just focus on your recovery first before thinking about doing anything like that.
Well, the other Star Guardians have to come as well, right? First.
Yeah, it might take them a little bit to get here too, unless Cell can do that teleport.
And he can.
Well,
I believe Cell is still within the. I gave it a name, right? Did I?
I'm
I did not.
amazed I remembered his name.
I believe him and checking names. Da 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 da
Da,
da da
da, da, da,
da
da.
da 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 da.
Elevator
Um,
music.
Cell and Annie should be back at their house in the Undercity. Um, the other girl who is the mom, Sini was with me earlier. She's probably I don't know where she could be. She tends to venture out or well not venture out, but venture around. She might be a little bit more of the hottest ones to track down, but Cell can get in touch with her.
I mean, so could I. I've seen her before, so.
But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, uh, he starts to stand up and he's like, I'll probably go ahead and take Arena to the infirmary just so she can at least have a little bit more attention taken to her. And
I think Tay said it's pretty busy in there.
It is. There's a lot of people in there that need help. So,
it'll be fine.
Who did you say was with Cell?
Annie.
Annie,
Annie.
Annie? I've never met
Annie.
these people. I'm just curious.
yeah.
I love.
So, Cell is the wizard, the human wizard. Annie is the human bard. Sini was the human monk. Rorcon was the human fighter. Voth was the no, sorry. Rorcon was the human paladin. Voth was the human fighter, and Arena was the elf druid.
Alright.
Druid. Yay.
Well, now she's an elf druid again. So.
Very.
There's a different brand of druid or elf.
Just a different brand of druid
Yeah,
and
she's not a
elf.
different brand of druid, sadly. We
Mm.
can't all be spore druids.
So, as Rorcon steps out to go get the others, what is the rest of you doing? Just waiting? Or what are you guys doing?
I'd like
Uh,
to, well,
I think
if we're gonna be here for a while, I'd like to go outside and look at that tree and kind of closely examine it and see if I think it looks big enough to kind of step through if we need to.
I can tell you from just you going Like, not even having to go back. It's not big enough.
Okay.
Well,
It's only a year old at best, so you know.
can't you just like make it grow faster?
Tomorrow I could make it grow a little faster. I could make it grow a lot faster, but
I mean,
um,
you'd be better going to the woods than trying to get this tree to grow into a big enough size.
I am a pretty big creature, Podan says as he stands almost 8 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if
If
they have like a teleportation circle in this city now because of Cell. I mean, he's been here for a while now.
It might in the
We've
lower
got,
city then.
he might, but I don't know.
Um,
Should we? What?
Arissa, you do remember having to take a teleportation circle that led you to the fort.
Oh, well, then I already know of a circle there. Then it's fine. Well, do we want to go check on? You want to go check on our little fort? Let's see what happened there in the time.
If anything, we can return here by one of the mushrooms down in the forest below the Undercity.
I can also
I did
teleport us back
familiarize.
again.
Oh, there's a portal here.
Yeah, there's also a circle here in the fort.
Oh,
So I can just teleport. I can do it twice a day, so I can just go. Well, technically 4 times.
I'm
Can we?
fine with that. I've never been to this fort.
No, I mean, it's like as he's like walking down the corridor, we'll be away for a bit. We will come back later today. Just gather everyone up.
Are we leaving Alec here to help take care of
I mean, if Alec wants to. I mean, he hasn't been doing his chosen profession that much these days.
Yeah.
He
Well, he can go get a. He can
give
go
you a
get a
chance
Julia
to
too.
focus more on some of the medicine?
Yeah, I can stay here. I mean, you guys should be fine, right?
Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
in and out.
probably. Probably. Yeah.
They
You
die,
want to go
I'll
get a?
just bring them back. It's fine. We only need 1,000 gold worth of oil.
We do not have 1,000 gold worth of oil. That's the only issue.
Get some.
All right.
We're just gonna pop back and forth. There should be a bunch of golems doing shit there. Hopefully, who knows?
Yeah.
What if they're gone?
Then they're gone, and then we go back again. It's whatever.
What did you tell them to do? Did they listen to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told them to fix up the place.
What if
So
they
Make that
decided
an.
that meant they needed to go get like new tables and stuff and they walked all the way to a city to go get some?
they just walked to a random city, stole a bunch of shit, and walked back.
Then they did that or
What are
whatever.
you?
I don't give a.
What are you doing with my table? Give me back my table.
Or there's like they just like grew like they made themselves better hands and they just
They
cut
walked
down half the forest.
they walked to Whitspine and just disassembled the entire library and brought it back. Our
Hell yeah.
castle is now the library, the
Yeah.
talking
That
library.
would be extremely convenient.
And
Anyway,
he has been complaining this entire time that there's nobody to talk to now.
yeah.
Complaining to the automatons, just like, hey,
He's
this isn't how things are supposed to be.
he's been cussing at them left and right, and they don't seem to listen.
You know?
Mhm.
Are you listening to me? I want you to know that I am not happy about this.
But
Anyway,
as
shall we go? You want to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
I shouted down the hallway by the way first.
he acknowledges that, and as you guys
Oh,
Oris, as you pretty much set up the teleportation circle in the living room, since there's enough space for it already. Um,
oh,
Oh
make
wait,
sure.
this is
A lot,
a piece of my mold, and I'll pick it up when we
there's
draw.
a lot of rituals done here today.
um,
We
as
could do a
it's
few more. We still have time. Day's still young.
as it is complete and you pretty much cast your ritual, just this like small blue dot kind of appears in the center, and as it starts to float up, it just opens wide to a big gate for you all to, or for you three to head through. And as you do, we're gonna take a break.
Hey.
So
Hey.
we'll be right back. So go get a drink, go get some food, go to the bathroom, enjoy yourself for like 5 minutes ish, and then we'll
I
be right
mean,
back.
most people don't need more than a minute.
Yeah, usually that's right there, right? But
Mm-hmm.
we'll be right back.
One pump.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Uh, hopefully you got your refreshments, as some of us, if not all of us, did. So, all right. We left off as you guys completing the teleportation circle, heading to the somewhat torn down fort that his name
Ace.
Ace, that Ace was occupying and doing most of his work out of. So,
Now it's ours.
as as you
Is
guys,
that how land rights work?
Yeah.
who's there to deny it, right?
Yeah.
Um, as you guys arrive in this dark lit chamber, still, this room does seem to be. Last time it was like, well, crushed in as well. Um, the orb of Azrael that's still in there is still crushed, but all of the boulders and stones were removed, and this room looks like it's been repaired.
Her Azurissa looks at everything. She's like, so I expected us to come back here after a while, right, and see like sort of what they're working on. I wonder what they've done. They've had a year, and like they're automatons. They don't sleep. What the fuck have they done? I mean, they
Everything got
fixed this
destroyed.
place. I mean, they fixed this place up at least, so that's something.
They only done that room, and that's it.
Yeah. Then they got they were like
The
independent
stairwell
contractors.
isn't even fixed, so we can't even actually get out. We're just stuck in the room.
You didn't realize, but a union was created.
Yeah, fuck. They have to deal with the
They've just been
union.
protesting in front of the fort for the last 2 months.
Let's go see the union.
So, um,
Fireball.
seeing about the room, it seems as though not like stuff was put back in place. You can see where, kind of like a somewhat of a pile of whatever was left in this room has been kind of put to the side, as this room looks like it was trying to be cleaned and fixed. Um, I believe the room was kind of like looks like it was trying to be dug out and to create a bigger room, and it seems as though that it's been pretty much in a somewhat sense done, as this is a complete room, but it still looks like it's been about possibly the same size. It's just now actual stoned walls and floor and stuff like that. You start to head upstairs, and you there's not like a secret opening as it came out into like this, the private library. It's just a somewhat empty room that looks like the shelvings that contain the books could go back there, but all the shelvings are gone. Um,
Does it look like anybody has been staying here recently?
as you were starting to come out, um, and again, from the last time you guys saw this, this was a almost pretty much tore down fort after the evolution of. Why am I
Girl.
forgetting
Goro.
everybody's name?
Goromaki.
Go.
Yeah, Goro.
Goromaki.
I think it's Goromaki. I think it was like the middle form that fucked this shit up.
Yeah. Uh, Goromaki's evolution. Um, everything has been complete. Now it's dark in here, but you guys can see. Um, but everything looks to
I
be.
watched a movie recently and finally got the reference.
Uh, what movie?
Godzilla.
Oh.
I finally got the reference.
Oh, okay. At least somebody
The
got
conversation a few months ago where you were like, "Do you know what that's referencing?" And I was like, "It sounds familiar, but I don't know." And then I watched it the other day and I was like, "Oh,
it.
oh, okay."
um, a lot of the a lot of the building, or just as you guys are coming out of this, what used to be the library part, and coming into the hallway that stretches down, um, you can see there's about like another 2 to 3 rooms that seems to be done. They're okay size. There's nothing too fancy about it, but there's nothing in there. Um, there's the 2 staircases as they go down, and it looks more of a very clean version uh of a big entryway, pretty much. A foyer, that's what it is. It's like a pretty much coming down to this decent sized foyer, but the walls itself looks like it was moved in just a little bit more, and everything else relatively the same, but it's been completely like nice. It's been redone. There's no holes. Everything seems to be in well, very tip top shape. Um, you don't see like any of the uh automatons in
They must have left to
the
go get
building,
furniture.
but
I guess we'll just go outside and see if they're. I think the last
Being
thing that they're
outside.
like see what they're doing outside. I guess
They're
if they're there.
striking.
okay. Uh, the light that was able to at least come in was a we're probably a stained glass window, circular like, would probably sit a little bit high in the foyer like area, but there's nothing there. There's no glass. And then of course, as you guys are like starting to walk outside, the doors themselves are, you know, a decent size for a like a 4 entryway. They're not like what a regular house door is, but slightly bigger. Um, but there's no doors there either, so it's just an open way. And as you guys step out, um, it seems as though they've uh, looks like the area has been a little bit more kind of like flattened in a way, more leveled. And it seems like they had made 2 more buildings to the side, and it looks like they're currently outside, like stacking bricks, trying to connect it to the fort. So that's what they're
Hmm.
currently doing.
Oh,
There's 2 of them. If you're facing the fort, there's 2 to the right, and then there's 1 to the left, because I think you only have 3.
I don't know how many there were left. Like I just did whatever the fuck was left.
I don't remember how many was left, but
Yeah.
3 sounds right.
so
I just
that's
look at places. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. When they've been doing a good job, I guess. I guess they've just been busy. I mean, I guess they can just keep on going.
Do they just listen to you or to anyone who tells them stuff?
Think only to me. Not sure.
Um, could could I go? There's a downstairs, isn't there? There was downstairs below this cat, below this, right? Below the foyer.
that's where. Oh wait, no, that was above. Um, no, that's where below the. In a weird way, it's below was the area where you guys teleported in, and then
Oh,
there was a secret staircase that led all the way up to the second level. So this was a kind of like a very hidden staircase.
Is there still just a pile of mushy, rotten, uh, produced food
No,
somewhere nearby?
that's clearly gone. Like I think there's the automatons cleaned out everything. It was like it's like a sterile fort at the moment.
The the only thing that's in this building again is just the stone walls, the floors, and the ceiling. A lot of the
oh,
materials that were like, let's say all the books for an example, they have been placed like in a pile, not neatly per se, but they have been put in a pile, and all of the wooden materials, like whether it was part of a bed frame, the doors, the shelving, anything that was pretty much like that was like tossed out. and it's just like a giant pile of stack of wood. Because most of it was like kind of crushed anyway. So
You could probably fabricate if you needed to make some furniture.
Yeah. Although I think, considering we're going into the Shadowfell soon, I guess in some capacity, I think spending a lot of time trying to fix this place up more. I mean, they can just keep on building.
Give them
I
orders
mean,
to build furniture.
mm, I mean, they could build a wall at first. I think make it defensible, right?
Yeah. You could probably ask
Sure.
one of them to figure out carpentry and start repairing furniture while leaving the others to do walls and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
we could have someone stay here, possibly.
No.
I don't know, like maybe like a carpenter or someone that like a maid.
I'll
You
say
probably
this.
have to have some sort of food supply.
I'll say this. They are going off. They're not just building what
I
what
assume
they
there were like more ruins scattered around and they're just repairing other ruins around the area.
um think of it like they were set with like a blueprint type ordeal. And so some of this stuff wasn't even able to be made. And so they're going off of the blueprints of what was supposed to be originally there. And so that's what they're doing. They're just because I believe you told them to repair
Maybe
this.
prepare.
So that's what they're doing is like, oh, this ain't here anymore.
They're just
Let's
repairing the way it all used to be long ago.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I
So
could just
buildings that used to be standing.
let them do what they want, right? I
Yeah,
mean, eventually things will happen. We'll see what happens here in a while.
it,
Maybe
this could be our base of operations.
I don't know how things are going, but maybe we could bring a few people from the city who want to get far away up here to
Maybe the
kind of
Star
live
Guardians
here.
could. Maybe the Star Guardians could take this as their place for whilst we're gone. Who knows? They might
Maybe
need something.
the
I mean, they have a wizard as well who can teleport them back and forth. So
yeah, and maybe some of our friends could stay here too.
Is there a tree outside that looks like it'd be useful?
Um no. There
No.
this is more of not that you've as Poden has been here, the ideal premise is that um there was a kind of like a mountainous trail that from the as you can let's go to this as you can see kind of like from a big opening. So the idea is that there is a mountainous trail that starts to just lead up to this, but the fact that it's clearly still even within a year isolated, nobody really knows anything about this. And the sense of like life of like trees and stuff like that doesn't really uh, coexist up here. There, you do looking around can tell that there's like little bits of like pieces of grass or flowers. So there is a fertile areas that if you wanted to plant something like that, you can. Um,
Yeah, you could probably plant that.
I would if you can do it successfully, you could bring a tree up here, but that would take a considerable amount of time.
Would it?
I mean, technically, if you want to go into super technicalities, the way to do it is by opening. No, because it doesn't work. Because then you need. I mean,
Now, I
it's
have a
there's a lot of
question. Jim,
there's
I
a
have
lot
a
of
question about
technicalities.
teleportation circle because I think you can technically teleport items as well. Is a tree count as an item if we just uprooted it and set it in a teleportation circle?
Um,
You gotta take the roots with it too, though.
you have like 7 to 10 seconds, right, to go through this
I think you
teleport.
can just like draw the circle on the ground though as well, can't you? Around something that's sitting there.
Are you talking about like you would have drew the circle like around a tree and then have the
You would
gate.
have already uprooted the tree and like set it down in a place and then draw the circle around the tree that's sitting there. I
I
think
mean,
you
But
can
it would land.
teleport items
It would
there too.
land. It would land right where the circle in the
Yeah,
circle
but
where.
then we could use like mold earth or something to just dig a tunnel straight out and take the tree out, and then use mold earth again to put it back.
I'll
I
say
mean,
this:
you could let it fall through the. If you have it floating above the circle, you can let it fall in a circle, and it will just.
if I'll have to read
It's
that.
very challenging. Regardless, because it probably wouldn't fit in the bottom room down there, because then you need to make the room big as well to fit the tree to begin
Well,
with.
we could just go for something like an olive tree that's real wide but short. Because some
I
olive
mean,
trees that are older get really wide but
I
stay
don't think we have
relatively
much.
short.
Looks at the map. I don't think we have much choice for trees.
Probably not. I'd guess if there were any olive trees, they'd probably be in a more arid environment. But considering the only arid environment that I know of in this world is now a swamp or kind of a
I guess the one
river.
way to do it is once we're gone, we can tell the automatons to get the tree from the
Go down the
forest.
hill, grab a tree, and plant it up here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's low effort in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. It would be. I don't think you would be able to throw it. I'd be willing to try if
It'd be a
you,
roll.
because it does say any creature that enters the portal. Now it doesn't say anything about items or objects or things like that. I
Would a
would.
tree be willing to go into a portal?
Well,
I
I
could
mean,
convince one.
I mean,
the
technicalities, it should have an object go through it as well, right? If a person can go through it, an object should be able to go through it.
And
But
hey,
then wording.
a tree fits within my carrying capacity.
the the how this
I count,
how something like
count
this
as
would
one side's larger for my carrying capacity.
well how something like this would go is if you it would depend on the size of the tree, because if the tree is too big, for an example, for the time of the portal, it will like cut the tree obviously wherever it ends. um
It leaves a few leaves.
i I honestly though think you would have to cast the spell and send just the tree, and then recast the spell to send anybody else,
Yeah, that's for sure.
because
That's
that
possible.
yeah, that would
I mean,
definitely be pushing.
you
I
could
mean, if
cast
it
that.
works though, then we could use the transport via plants to get back.
But
I
then
mean, you could.
and then you get back into the spot of like trying to get it to the fort. The circle is here in the basement,
Mold earth's fine.
so
Anyway, it's like I think it's an easier thing to just send the golems down the hill and just go pick up something.
That'd
If
probably
you
be
really,
easier. Just be like, hey, go do this, and then come back and keep building.
And then have a tree planted here.
now again that is something you could do, and that's what something like I was kind of suggesting you could as well. The ideal though is that if it, how long it would take an automaton to walk, because it doesn't really run, to walk to the woods, uproot a tree, and how long that tree can, somewhat survive being
Yeah, but they
uprooted.
walk through the night.
Well, yeah, I'm not
uh,
saying they don't, but that's still like,
How fast can they go 90 meters and back, or 90
I
miles?
mean,
Sorry.
what we could also do is like if you really badly want the tree here, you could turn into like polymorph yourself into like a mammoth or something, and then you like we bind the tree to the mammoth, and you just run really fast to the mammoth.
We could do that as well.
Couldn't
But it's gonna
can't you
take us
imagine?
fucking days to do it. Anyway, regardless, it's gonna be days. It's like, but we have a teleportation check. Why do we need to
We
go
don't. I
tree?
Yeah.
was just saying.
Yeah.
Well, no, but in case. You, yeah, that's true. So are are we gonna have somebody stay in this? Are we having the Star Guardians or
I
our
mean, if you
allies
want,
staying?
we can offer them to if they want to be here.
Yeah, we can talk to them, see what they think about it. I mean, you
Means
could also like let your family stay up here too, unless they. You know,
I
somewhere
mean,
safe.
well, but they don't have anything to eat here. Remember, and they have like fruit policies for the time being safe enough.
I
True.
mean, if
So
they could bring some seeds, I could literally make it grow pretty much instantly. If they can bring some seeds and plant them, I can make them grow instantly. Very simple to do that.
I
Okay,
mean, I think they're part of the community there now. I don't really feel
If
like
you want to
it's
go
more
back
going.
there as well, I could also just make the crops they're currently growing grow instantly, and then your family'd be richer than the other farmers in the area.
wow, yes.
Well done.
Bless their lands specifically
Mm,
to grow better.
And scorch everyone else's
Why
well,
scorch it? You could just take salt and salt the earth, and nothing will grow
yeah.
there.
land.
I think I haven't checked on this. I'm satisfied. Yeah, are you guys satisfied? Should we go back?
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
I mean, if it's provided we survive the shadow, it could be a base for us to. I mean, it's not that far away from the island, right? Where we might have to go later to get light in. I mean,
Gotta scale a mountain.
they probably won't expect us to come from this direction.
Well, we gotta
Or
scale
they,
a mountain still.
or they might specifically expect.
When is the last time we scaled a mountain?
When we attacked
Never.
Zeradel.
No, we didn't scale the mountain. We flew.
Yeah, we did. No, we went up a mountain. We had to take a path.
I don't remember doing that.
That was when you guys fled Zuradel.
Uh,
When you guys
we
were
did-
going to attack Zuradel, you flew over the mountain.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did fly over on the way back. We just stopped like 2 times because we needed to.
Yeah, but
But
like we had to take a path.
Like,
The first time we had to go over the mountain.
Yeah, but I
after
was
we
not.
did
like
the
I
10
food.
wasn't
days,
there. Like, Oris wasn't
11
there.
days, something.
Still counts. I did it.
Good job.
I wasn't
Anyway.
there either.
As Oris is like casting the circle again. Good job. Time to get in here.
I wasn't there
You
either.
suck.
My grandpa told me about it.
all right, you
It was
guys.
terrible. It was cold.
You guys teleporting back to Zuradel, and you guys end up
In the basement again.
No, I don't think the teleportation was in the
Oh.
basement, was it?
No, it would be funny if it was in the basement again.
No. If I'm correct,
You accidentally
was-
cast the wrong teleportation circle, and you
Fuck.
teleported us inside the same building, just in the basement.
no, it's you
It's like,
guys as you
Wow,
guys
that'd be
come out of the
weird.
teleportation, you guys kind of like instantly come into it feels like a slight windy like chaos as there's just paper kind of like floating all around you guys as the portal closes. And as you guys are like looking around and seeing where you're at, Rura is standing there staring at you as papers slowly start to flow back down, and she's,
Oh, was it here?
Hi.
Idea.
"Can I help you?"
No,
Oh,
we're
we
just
were
coming
just-
back.
We were just coming back from our.
Why do you make your office in the fucking circle room?
How the hell did I know this was a circle room?
Or is it
There's a
points to the
circle
ground?
on the floor.
You guys look, and the the table that was holding the mouse has been over that circle the entire time.
We flipped it over when we appeared.
Like, see, it's right there.
She-
What
Just
did you think it was?
get
Did
out,
you think it was
out.
carved in there?
out of
I mean, I could use magic to just get rid of the circle if you want.
No.
No.
That'd make things harder.
No.
No.
out. You guys
But on the
walking
bright
Yes,
side,
there.
at least now you know before someone else teleports in here unwelcomed.
Again.
guys walk back out of the of her somewhat chambers.
Hey.
So
Hey.
Okay, great. Anyway, let's go. Let's
Stars
go find.
Stars are
Let's go
just gonna
find the
look
Star
at us
Guardian.
confused.
All
Let's
right.
go
guards are
look
just
at the
like, how'd
star.
you get in
It's
there?
probably been like what, an hour, like an hour or two since we've left. So
Yeah,
it's
something
probably
like that. Especially with you guys kind of exploring the fort a little bit, and
yeah, probably something like that.
so you guys head back to Rorcon's room, and Alec kind of opens the door to let you guys in, and you can see other members of the Star Guardian, who's kind of like more kind of like hanging around the room where Orena was at, and Alec was, um, yeah, they got here not necessarily too long ago, and they're just really catching up. I kind of had to tell them to go easy, and I kind of walked out here to give them space.
They probably were too excited, I guess.
Yeah.
Excited, I guess, in some way.
Should.
I mean, it'd be really nice to get a friend back that you lost.
It
So,
would be.
all right, well, I guess give them a moment. And do you guys want anything to drink? I've been and like he gestures over like he's been making cups of like either tea or water, and he's just like kind of got bored.
Oh, so you did learn a little something from my servant.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Hey, if being a, if you're not fighting anymore, you might make a good waiter.
No.
Nurse is what you're trying to say, not waiting.
Nurse? I don't know. I can't see him in a nurse outfit.
You don't need. I don't think the our time nurse is a thing in that time.
She's like I'm. He goes grabs like one of the water and he's like I'm gonna sit by the window.
I mean, while we wait, we can go play the card game. I still have it.
Um.
Ah,
So a couple of minutes go by and um.
Play a hand of
The
the air playing card game.
yeah, as you guys are like trying to
oh
somewhat remember
God.
how to play the game again, and
Flying
You want to send a
snake.
message to Zoe?
Flying snakes are real.
um
They are.
the
I've seen
others
one.
members of the Star Guardian start coming out with Rorcon kind of like helping Arena uh, and place her on the couch.
Okay, this is bullshit. I got a flying goat now. Oh, hi.
Also a real thing. I'm sure.
Well, we're all here, so most
Yeah,
of us.
I think my cards suck anyway. So yeah.
No, it didn't suck. Give them back to me. I'll just put
That's
them back
not a
in the
flying goat. That's a flying alpaca.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put
Oh,
it back in the bag.
oh, I don't know what an alpaca is.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't shout.
So, Arena goes back and re-explains what she, for that brief time that she was in the Shadowfell, what she saw, and everybody's. Do you guys like explain any additional things as well that might relate? Obviously, that relates to this type of stuff, or do you guys keep it to yourself?
Should we tell them about Boff being?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I thought you
so
would say that herself.
yeah. Oh,
She did. It's just more of like other things that you guys know when it comes to uh like other like what you guys dealt with in the Feywild. You know,
Oh, like that. The
uh
shadow creatures and all that jazz.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, no point in hiding that stuff.
Okay. So you guys chime in as well,
should we
like
tell?
what you guys dealt with in the Feywild, from the uh not really much, but recognition of the Death Knights, the somewhat zombie slash dark wolves. Um, would assume you explain about uh, Ava
Titan.
and
Victor.
Victor.
And then Lily's
Yeah.
murdering that like war god infused undead right now.
Mhm.
Sunlight really hurts them.
So as you guys
Gets
even
from
explain
one
all
druid
this and
to another.
everybody's around trying to think Anna, who's or not Anna, but Anne, who's just been kind of barely playing on her lute, just barely chiming every now and then. But it's not really distracting.
Add the vibe to it. It's vibe.
You can tell that Cell and uh, somewhat of Rorcon is like definitely trying to pay attention and like trying to gather every information. Sini, who's kind of like doing circles with her finger. You can tell that she's probably bored, but Cell is. Well, this is very interesting. So, there is a Titan.
We also believe it might have been our friend being used as the vessel.
It's very what do you call it? Very coincidental that just after she died, they managed to find a vessel suitable for a Titan that then spawned a bunch of demons.
And an island that she
mean-
wanted to go to.
In the islands you want to go to, like sort of it adds up, way too many things add up that's what happened.
Well, Cell speaks as a theory of mine is that they did come from the island. It's hard to tell without actually being able to get there, just due to the demons that's being out there.
Do you
Well,
not have like a way of divining whether or not that's the truth?
They all kind of like slowly looked at Orana, who's just like, I'm not capable of doing something of that power just yet, but I can
I mean,
do it.
personally, if you have 25 gold worth of potatoes, I can do that for you.
I mean,
Everybody just looks at you, and Alec is just like,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
The
we
mold currently only accepts offering of potato. I can't control what the mold desires. They're just my friend, not a part of me.
let me see something
he's
just
got
in
I
a
mean,
case.
he's got a
I mean,
he's
Alec
got
has
he's got
Alec has the commune spell.
because yeah
Oh, I
that's
could have that as well. I just didn't prepare it.
um
Alec has commune, so he could ask. Well,
we also
technically,
we
Alec's deity is me right now.
Or I could.
you're the
Technicalities, right?
you're Alex God. That's what you're telling
Not
me.
Alec,
In
do you get your
technicality's
power
sake.
from Marissa?
not
Like, if we
No,
killed Arissa, would you
what
lose your power?
not technically.
wouldn't it
I'll
be
I'll say there's like a 2% of probably Orisa, and it's not like 2% of probability. It's just like Orisa, you have like 2% slight sway.
Yeah, it's like what's going. No, it's not like I want to be Alex Gold. It's more like technically because
Marissa is a
Barnaby was.
shareholder.
It's like
It's
I'm just like ask question
Marissa,
like Arisa
like
against, or it's like
like Alec is also kind of like very puzzled. Like, wait,
Marissa holds a not insignificant amount of the shares within the company.
yeah.
yeah.
Like and
Alex,
eventually I'm making the majority shareholder, but it's gonna take time. I need to buy up more stocks first.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean,
I
Alex, you
could
still have
ritual. I could actually ritual cast commune with nature. I think even without it prepared. I'm not sure. Do you have
because
to have
like
it prepared to ritual cast it, DM, or do you just have to know it to ritual cast it?
divination is not a ritual. It's an
Commune
actual
with
spell.
nature
Oh,
is.
communion with nature. Oh, okay.
I'm
No,
not
um,
sure.
ritual spells you don't need prepared if you cast them ritually.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
Um,
could do that anytime if you want. It just takes 10
we
minutes.
also oh we also have a way to kill the Titan if
yeah,
that's
you I would have said that's part of what you explained.
Should we keep discussing this without having like ways of hiding it from other people hearing?
oh shit.
I mean, I could cast that if you want to.
I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
my
Well, you can do
Yeah,
something to stop that? I just was
yeah,
saying. I
yeah.
didn't
I'll do
know.
that then. But
Well,
if you brought it up earlier, I would have probably done it the moment you asked me to.
yeah.
I forgot about it.
This is like after the entire conversation has really been
I
had.
just figured, like, we keep talking about this thing. Should we let the enemies know that we have a way to stop them? I feel like
I can
keeping it a
I can
secret might
cast
be
it.
better.
I can cast it. It's what's it
Podan's
called?
never seen this cast before.
Private Sanctum.
I might slightly be metagaming there. I just
No,
wasn't
you're
sure.
No, that's
asking it
fine.
as a character.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Well, the way
We
I-
know where the border is between
the
metagaming
way
and
Poden, as
yeah,
he's
that's
like
fine.
asking this, and he just sees like 10 like invisible flying orbs just like all staring.
I mean, technically, if they
I
were
can't
flying
see
orbs,
invisibility, but
I
I
can.
have an invisible entity that just hovers around me myself.
I mean,
Yeah, you see the orbs just like moving around really quickly to get the mold off
My
it.
mold might be able to feel them. I don't know.
well, if they were around, I still have my seeing invisibility up permanently. So if they were there, I would have seen them.
So, anyways,
That's the benefit of
so
being a divination wizard. See invisibility
so
permanent.
we have we do have the issue with deciding on who should kill the Titan if we go about that.
It's just gonna
Warcom-
take it's gonna take the person uses life as well.
Yeah.
And you need to get the killing blow.
everybody's like
So
kind of like
sorry to
somewhat
bring the mood down.
somewhat looking at that as well. And just work on that. That is indeed the toughest choice to make. And I like to think as he's looking at everybody, while we all might be heroes, I think we're all also selfish in our own ways, as we all have things we want to continue seeing forth. When we get close to that, that might be something we'll have to see when it comes.
I know a fact that I am definitely not allowed to do that.
Yeah, the problem is Arissa does it. Before she gets close to death, she will get poof back to the Feywild. So that's hard for her to do that.
No, it's more the fact that because of what I am now,
And your title.
like that Feywild doesn't want to lose the title.
And
Um,
and
If I say,
yeah, and it's like as you kind of explained a little bit on that too. Arena kind of looks like she's nodding as though she understands what this is. Everybody else is kind of like, what are you, a lord of the Feywild or something? And Arena's like,
yes.
technically no, it's weird. It's just an ability, and um, things are created, and there is usually a creator, and it seems as Orisa here has become a creator of luck. And Senior's like, so what you're saying is you're a gambling buddy.
technically yes.
And
I gambled against the Winter Queen, and I used the thing to win. So
Rorcon and Arena both kind of look at her and she's, what? That could be extremely useful.
I mean, we could
She's
set
not
up
wrong.
like we could set up like gambling, and people could pray to Lady Luck, and that would be me, right?
God, it feels so weird. I used to work at a place called that.
As
Yeah.
Cell starts to speak up. Besides all of that, so it seems as though your brother, as he gestures to Rorcon, it seems as Voth is in the Shadowfell. From what it sounds like, from what gesturing to Poden, from what you've gathered through your spell, and to Arena, who uh, kind of remembers seeing a building of like such in the Shadowfell. This is a very predicament of getting there.
sure none of us want to die to try and get there.
I mean, there are other ways to travel between the planes. We just
Might be a little different.
recently went to the Feywild, or I guess a year ago went to the Feywild.
And
Yeah, but we gotta figure out how to.
and they wouldn't so happily have a portal that could lead to the Shadowfell.
Maybe there's one at the source of where these creatures came from, where the Titan came from.
But the
Or maybe-
demons don't come from the Shadowfell. They come from
But the
the.
No,
Titan did, didn't it?
no,
Don't think so.
Isn't
no.
I think
Maybe,
the Titan
maybe there's a portal at Lily's old tower. Isn't that possible?
could be.
If
But
not,
isn't like
Sona,
the capital isn't the capital raised?
Yes, there's nothing at the capital anymore. It's nothing but broken bits.
Sona might know whether or not there was anything resembling that in the dungeon I was tortured in. I really only saw the cells in the torture room, but she might know if there's some sort of other rooms in there that maybe
She couldn't
prisoners
access.
wouldn't be familiar with.
From what Exuia has stated, that there's nothing else besides the broken temple that you all like. They've, from the report that I've read, that her and Sona searched everywhere through that temple. There was nothing that was, I guess you could say, hidden or like led to a different place.
I just don't
You
know
know,
where.
you have the plane shift spell, which she probably used. Could ask the library, of course.
The library exists on all planes, right?
Technically,
We could
Well,
see if the
does it?
library does something.
It
we
could
can
be
message
something.
him.
Anything he might be able to feel out.
Maybe.
Where
You
we
guys
might be
can
able to
already
go.
see Sale is like tracing sigils as he's already trying to send out a
Message to the
message to
library.
the library.
He about to have a conversation in his
Yeah,
head.
like or she looks at Sam. Well, you're gonna be busy for the next 10 minutes.
I feel like
No,
you're almost a little jealous that he's
Earth is
messaging the
probably like,
library and
don't
you're
mention
not.
my name.
Mention my name.
No,
He always rants.
You can see as he's like looking up, like he's having a conversation, sending it to the library.
Should
Uh,
should we get all the soul hunters here? Not all of them, but like
What's left
communicate
of them?
communicate with what's left of the soul hunters about this.
I mean, there's like what? It's Sona, Xuya,
Donna, Julia,
us.
Voss, us.
Well,
Your
Vos,
one
Vos,
Tay, your one friend that you mentioned, he's a soul
So
hunter.
yeah, but Zoe's in a different plane doing his thing, and Vos is a leader of the wares now, so you can't really,
and
we
you,
can't really put her in danger.
so us, there's four.
Aren't the didn't you mention that there were also like tieflings that were part of it?
Oh yeah, and the
I'm
tieflings,
trying to
yeah.
remember. The
The
tieflings. I'm trying to remember what their name was.
Forsaken you might
The
have mentioned
Forsaken.
to me.
Yeah, the Forsaken, yeah.
And there's like four of
Forsaken.
them.
Didn't
I think that,
well some of them. I think some of them might have died too, though.
who knows?
as you're like asking this for Workons, I don't really remember seeing the Forsaken around here, and I don't remember hearing any reports of their death.
So you might be in Frupolis then.
You know, Sona's phone, he probably knows all this.
Is Sabura part of the Star Guardians or whatever? Or not Star Guardians, what's it
I think-
called?
Soul hunters.
Soul
Nope,
Hunters?
she is completely separate.
I'm not part of it either.
Well, Sona can get you in, I guess.
I feel
I
like
don't think
I
she
have to
likes
sneeze,
me.
and it's not coming.
He likes you more than your grandfather.
I don't think that's saying much.
Sale
Saying
kind
a
of comes
lot.
back out of this, and he's okay. Well, Yes, he technically is on the uh, Shadowfell.
Shadowfell?
At the same time, he doesn't have a portal that can transport people to the Shadowfell.
Shit. Does he know a way?
But does he know of one that exists
Uh,
or a way to get there?
he said he's going to get back with me. He's
I thought he was supposed to know everything from your descriptions.
Well, he does, but it's complicated.
I mean, in worst case scenario, I mean, you just have to put two bags of holding together and create a portal to the abyssal plane, and then find the portal to the Shadowfell in the abyssal plane. But that's like
The abyssal plane? I thought it went to the
not the
astral.
abyssal, astral plane. Sorry, forgive me, I forgot. Abyssal
Isn't the
astral.
astral plane where gods go to die?
Maybe.
I like death. It's very
both
interesting.
Cell and Arissa. You both get this message
Oh, here we go.
from the library. Um,
At the same time, they're just in a three-way call now.
in a
Hey, can you
weird,
guys hear me?
it's like in a weird way, yes, but like they won't hear the reply. But anyways,
I mean, they're sitting in the same room, so they would hear each other speak out loud, but
it he quickly explains, and I guess it's weird to you, Arissa, is you're used to him like rambling on about like a bunch of useless things, maybe explaining something you asked for, and then going back to some useless things. It seems like him and Cell probably has like a different relationship, so it's like just
Damn it!
it's just to the
Or
point.
Orisa looks at Charles like in her head thinks like,
Yeah, this is like just to the point. So it even sounds weird. Like he's sounding professional.
Ah,
Orisa looks at herself. He's just a working buddy to you, but to me he's a friend. Fuck you, noob.
oh my god!
He just sees you as a work friend.
but it quickly explains that there there is a not or non documented temple that was created by a titan. um he might have some answers on that island.
We gotta go to that island.
Where's that island then?
The same one we gotta go to.
wasn't that already our idea before we consulted the library?
Yeah.
I feel like that was completely unhelpful. I thought libraries were supposed to be helpful and tell you
But he said,
information that
isn't like
could be
unknown
helpful.
island? Isn't it unknown islands? What he said, or like a undocumented island? It's like
It's
that's
no,
a,
he said a
No.
he's
Undocumented temple
yes,
on that
a
island.
On that island that we were already talking about.
yeah, he said
We still have to go to
however
the
you
island and look for a temple that we would have already probably been looking for.
however you actually explain of a not documented, whether a non or not, there is
A non-licensed island or temple.
there is a
We need to get
temple.
some fantasy lawyers out here to get like
we
land
gotta
rights,
find.
No, it's
documentation.
the idea is that there is a temple there that is not on any records. There is no mention of this temple at all, and it's through you guys, besides Podan, like, and technically Alec, you guys, Tay and Arissa, that since he was I guess you could say somewhat of a spectator as well as a documenter during the Crucible conflict, uh, he's the only one besides any higher beings that knows about that. So there's no records of that island ever containing a temple.
Does he know? He knows the island at least. That pinpoints it at least, but we still gotta go there then. So who's all going with then? Besides us four,
I mean, we have to go kill a
5.
bunch of we have to kill a bunch of demons to get there, I guess.
Oh, us 5.
Sani finally like looks interested. Ah, good action. Well,
6.
I believe. Well, I believe we all can. Like,
I'm just
It's-
gonna respond back to the library first. Oh, I see. Sal's just a work friend. Well, good to know him. Good to know you. We can talk on a more friendly ground.
you just get
Oh,
back.
please, please, please let it like accidentally send it to Sal too, just so he can hear this.
No.
No,
Please.
I don't mind.
The library's
Uh,
just gonna forward it later on and be like, "Hey, Arissa
Um,
said this. I'm
Sel,
just letting you know so that you don't file a complaint with HR."
kind of like after that was sent to
With
you,
their work friends, you gotta.
since right after that was kind of explained to you guys, Sale kind of out loud who was already replying back saying, thank you very much for your information, and it began to explain all of this. So I like to think as he's explaining the rest, you probably like sent one back, and all you get back is, shh, don't tell him.
Or like sit there with a smile. She listens to the explanation. It's like,
Man, I'm really glad nobody burnt down this library. He seems like such a fun guy.
yeah, who would burn a library?
Yeah, that seems like a horrible thing to do. I don't know what would cause anyone to want to do that.
I think it's mostly
Well,
the fact that you just told nothing.
he
Oh,
was told not
see, I
to.
can understand that.
Rorcon speaks up and, well, we can maybe if we have to, we can try to create a diversion, allowing others to try to
Okay.
get to the island. I mean, with the most of us here now at a somewhat well, and he kind of looks at Arena, who's like still somewhat magically drained. Um, it
I
might
think Arena,
it might take us some
Arena's
time,
probably,
but we can try to actually create diversion and be able to hold anything off pretty easily.
Maybe we should wait for her to get her strength back. I mean, there's no rush
we
in that
should.
sense.
Yeah, we should. So okay, we should separate off into 2 teams then for Island Assault Force and Distraction. I like coming up with names. They're fun.
Should we assault from the fort in the north?
I would say yeah, North would probably be the best.
While we're considering options?
Or should we work our way south to the island?
Um, did you guys tell them about your fort?
I think Stella already
Oh.
knows, but
No,
Sal knows about it.
No,
Sal
Sel-
knows about it. He's been there.
Yeah,
I told.
he
I,
has.
I, I,
Codian wouldn't,
Oh,
Codian
yeah.
wouldn't know this, but
Yeah,
Stella and
that's-
Arissa did go to the fort.
Yeah. I was like, wait, when? But that was
I put the
That was when
memory.
it was-
I put the fucking circle into his brain to begin with
Yeah.
modified memory.
So you guys explained like how the fort could be potential a good clear access, and well, I mean, yeah, that could work. Hopefully we wouldn't run into too many demons in the sky, make it easier to travel, at least get to the island.
Could also travel by water.
Yeah, but there might be a lot of demons on the water.
We noticed
Are
that
demons well known for swimming?
there has been reports of not only within the mostly within the what we're just calling the altered water that is right on the other side of the seaside woods. We don't exactly know how far these demons have spread. So as far as we know, they're at least on the other side of the woods, in the water as well.
So it might be better to just fly then, since it might
Yeah.
be quicker.
Especially if they are met with brutal force on the other side, they'll probably gather their troops, their forces on that side. I mean, if you have she pointed at the stars. If you have people of that caliber starting chopping up all your troops, I mean, you're not gonna hold back at that point. I think.
Most birds fly at like a speed of like 80 feet, right?
Mm,
Normally.
I think so. I don't
Hmm.
I mean,
know. So
if worst comes to worst, we could all hop onto one bird and and I can make all of us invisible, right?
we could. So it'd be if we split up to two groups, which would be do all the Star Guardians want to be a part of this distraction when it comes to us getting to the island, or do some of them want to accompany us to the island?
Well, as Warcon speaks, I if we can do it from your fort and heading to the island, it should be somewhat clear and easy for us that we can at least maintain the area around this temple uh if there's still demons lurking around. We can at least try to hold them off or just create an opening so that at least you guys can get in uh inside the temple and see if there is a portal or not.
And if we find the Titan, we could probably take that out
How long
too.
would it take to travel 60 miles if we're going full?
Maybe a day or two at
You have
least.
a map, right? Like DM talking distances is okay, right?
Yeah, from what, the fort to the island?
Well, not from the
Yeah.
fort, but if we like go to the coast first before we start like our actual flight, that way we don't have to try to land at some point. Would
Um
60 miles be travelable with one casting?
oh yeah, like I think
It'd be almost.
as eagles you guys can travel obviously a greater amount of distance relatively
Come on.
quickly with just an hour. And so if you guys were like trying to get as close as you can off of the bottom portion of your fort, right? And just trying to get to the coast, like I would say you guys can do that relatively easy. Um I
Too bad there's
will
not like a giant albatross or something where we could just
I will probably say uh
get into the jet streams and fly there.
I will probably have it where you guys, if that's what something you guys want to try to do on one casting, um,
I figure if we're trying to do it on one casting, we might have to get to the very edge of the coast
Probably.
Hmm.
and go from the edge to the other edge.
you guys would definitely be pushing extremely close to when the spell should be ending. So I would not be surprised if you guys were like cut off, like you know,
Near the shoreline.
yeah, at least I'll say this probably from the beach to like a mile or sorts from the
If we
coast.
want to leave from the fort, I might be able to at around the halfway point, or someone else just become like a whale that could sit at the surface of the water so that we could do whatever we needed to cast spells and get ready for the rest of the fight.
God. Imagine a demon that's just like swimming there. It's like.
But it would be relatively close. I'll probably
Body
roll
slam
for it
into the
just to
water.
see how close you guys
Like
can
a
get
big
to it.
splash.
I wonder if the Titan's even. I don't think the Titan's there anymore. I think the Titan probably is somewhere else.
I think if it is, well, if the Titan's still there, then when the demons go with it, because I think.
Because like what I imagine is that what happened is that they resurrected the Titan or
We're not
released the
trying to go
Titan.
kill the Titan right this second, right? We're just trying to get to the Shadowfell for this
Yeah,
one.
exactly. But I'm just saying, I'm
But
just theorizing at the moment. I don't. I think they used the all the that temple to resurrect or release the Titan, and then the Titan moved off somewhere else because I don't think they're gonna keep the Titan on the material plane.
I
If I stay out of eagle form, this is just another option that we have on top of things. But if I stay out of eagle form, I could technically make us be a little extra stealthy for that entire flight, as long as we stay relatively close together and I'm riding on an eagle rather than being an eagle. I could recast it a number of times that should last the whole
If
flight.
we're all going, we need to be at least 3 eagles.
Wait.
I know. But that could
So.
be
Okay.
Right now,
I can't tell.
here's
Arena,
what you guys have
Cell.
is you have Orisa and Cell who knows polymorph, and then you have
Druid.
Podan
Arena
and
and
Druid.
Arena who are druids. So just even
that
the
would be
four of you
Four.
guys able to carry the
Or-
2 and 2.
even
There's
if Arena
there's
has
5
passed without a
people.
trace, she could do it instead while I'm an eagle, just because I'm a little bigger. It might be easier that way.
There's only
We got-
5 people that would need transportation, which is Anne, Sini, Warcon, Tay, and Alec.
And we could do two
And-
per eagle, so
And we got one more. We're
Is-
taking her with, aren't we?
is she
I
able
mean, if she
to
wants
right
to.
now?
She wants to.
Well, she.
From Tay, from what you know, that Alec's
thought she was
healing
on bed
has
rest.
healed her completely because she was on bed rest as there was no healers. But with Alec kind of just like strolling through, and it's just, like a little kid in flowers passing everybody's like foot, just kind of like, like even minor healing is like it's far greater than having a no healer and like no really magic potions and stuff like
The
that.
It
mass
doesn't last
cure
as
wounds.
long.
Mass
It
healing
doesn't
word.
last
Everyone's
as
Yeah.
like,
long, but I can generate.
Wow.
I can
Oh,
generate by
Mom.
myself 4 giant eagles that only last 1 hour. But
I mean, polymorph only lasts an hour anyway
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
non sorcery point people.
or you could just be able to naturally become an eagle as well, and it would last longer.
I mean, I think the eagles can almost make it in an hour.
So
60
it's
miles.
whatever you guys want to do.
I do want to ask Julia if she wants to go with. She seemed like she wanted to.
I just thought if we can do it in an hour, it might be more opportune to use one spell that would create 4 eagles that we could ride on, rather than having to burn 2 polymorphs and an animal shape. I don't remember the technical term of. I'm a druid. I
Well,
should.
Yeah, we
Wild
could do that.
Wild shape. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, that checks out.
Would we be
Yeah.
able to travel that distance in 1 hour by eagle back?
Be close.
be really close.
It was like I said, it's going to be really close. I'll probably roll just to see how close you guys really are.
And it would just be one spell compared to
I can't
multiple.
swim. I can't swim either. That's the.
If things go bad, like I said, I can burn a second spell to.
Yeah, and then we can pop out all our other spells that we have, all the polymorphs and all the other shapes. So it's like, it's fine in that sense. If worst comes to worst.
Well, worst comes to worst, I end up in the water and I
I mean,
drown.
worst come to worst, I don't think we'll be that far from shore. Those who can swim will probably be able to make it. I've never swam before either, so I would probably either become something that swims or just become something that flies.
Or drown.
Well, I was just saying,
Oh no, yeah.
so I could just grab you, and maybe Alec, who wears heavy armor, would probably sink like a rock.
I mean, clerics can prepare water walk.
Oh, that I can do that as well.
Mm.
Just put that on me then.
Because I think water walk up to 10 willing creatures, so that should be able to. Is that everyone at that point?
It only lasts
Wait.
1 hour though, so
Yeah, but for the
someone-
last part. For the last
Yeah.
part, if so,
we could
if we
probably
all.
cast it while we're flying. Someone could cast it while we're flying in case things go bad. But then if we fall like 100 feet, we're falling 100 feet onto solid ground.
Yeah, well,
Is that-
we fly low at that point, just before they go out, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say get lower as the spell gets nearer to its end, but then
I mean, falling
that
20
way
won't hurt that bad.
it'll hurt, but it won't hurt as bad as falling 100 feet.
Falling 20 feet at 80. What would it be? 80 feet per 6 seconds.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I have fast. I'm fine. But I look at Sini. I think monks don't even care about falling anyway.
I can just get myself angry as I fall.
Like as you guys are like starting to kind of talk about like logistics and stuff like that, she's gone back to just like circling her finger.
13
I think
feet
that
per second.
I think that is the cannon that we
5.
just point at things and things that could go boom. I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she and I got something in common, at least in some ways.
I can try doing that with just one spell instead of us burning multiple.
Yeah.
But we might still end up needing to if we can't make it. Is there anything faster than a giant eagle?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Giant eagle is the fastest creature.
non-mythical creature. 'Cause I think dragons are actually.
I think that I think either giant eagles are the fastest flying creature you can turn into.
Yeah.
So, what you guys doing?
Uh.
Well,
Well.
I guess you could go ask Suya if she wants to come along,
Yeah.
and then we have to wait for Arena to get her strength back a bit.
Could we move to the fort in the north to start kind of setting up some preparations?
Maybe get it set up as like a base, like
Some of us can
bed.
produce food and water every single day that we're there. I look over at Alec.
Or like bedrolls, cots.
You need a bedroll to sleep? I was just gonna sleep on the rock, kind of what I'm used to.
When I think of that now, I just think you're just spread out on a rock. Just.
Well, I was thinking of a stone slab in a dungeon.
I mean, I slept on a cave floor.
Yeah, see? It's not that bad.
Yeah, but after sleeping on a bed, I don't think I can go back to sleeping on a cave floor.
I think I could.
So,
100 years on a stone slab isn't so bad.
if you're going to go ask Xuria,
Do I know? I don't know if I would know. Would Tay know where she lives?
because of the fact that you you walked with her for a good bit as well, before coming back and meeting up with everybody. Um, I'd say that she probably like it's kind of like you walked her home in a very long like fashion. Um, I'll say so. Uh, I'll say that she has taken up a residence underneath the mountain. Um, but then other than that, like you guys would, if you want to, you would need to get supplies unless you guys just want to like again sleep on floors, and if you wanted to try to
Wait,
start planting or doing things like that, so on and so forth.
I mean, we could
well,
take.
I could probably go talk to her, and you guys get the supplies.
I mean, does
I'll
anyone
give you
have
my
like a
gold.
bag of holding? We could just put a bunch of the supplies into the bag of holding and go.
Arissa has it, I think. Don't you?
No, I mean,
I mean, I
wasn't
have a
it?
trunk on my back. We could just cram as much as we can into the trunk and go with that.
I thought you
According to
had
my
the bag.
grandpa, a whole person can fit into this trunk.
Did we take Alistair's bag of holding? I think we did, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, then we
We
have
did.
one.
Yeah.
Well, who
I'll give you
carries
my
that?
Arissa.
I think I've been carrying it all. We're just like,
Yeah.
oh
Ursa
fuck.
just looks down at her waist. Oh, there's a bag of holding there.
Oh fuck.
Here, you can
Two.
take
Why do I
my
have two?
gold. Get two?
No, I mean,
Wow.
well, I mean, I've my little one. It's not a real one. It's
Yeah,
fake. It's
she has
like,
like a purse of holding and then a bag of holding.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's got the Nanny McPhee tote bag and then also a bag of holding.
her personal one is more of like what a typical backpack would carry, and that's it. then you
But
have
it's
the
just compressed down to like a little pocketbook.
and then you have like an actual bag of holding.
Well, I got my. If you guys need enough money, I have. Try to get rid of
I've
this
got
silver.
10 gold.
I have 146 gold and 1,170 silver.
That's a lot.
I,
You want to trade for my 10 gold?
I'll give you 100 copper for it. Your gold.
I kind of like having the more coins, so I'll accept.
Oh my god!
It's
It
more
should be
coins.
Yes!
100. It should be
10
100 silver.
intelligence!
It should be 100 silver, but I actually have a negative in my intelligence as well. So, or no, I have a flat 0. I would know then that the conversion's wrong, I think. That should be 1,000 copper. 10 gold goes to 100 silver to 1,000 copper.
100 copper is 10 silver.
Yeah, but I have 10 gold.
Well, as they're like
Oh,
busy
yeah,
talking to
yeah.
each other about their money, I'm just gonna talk to the rest of Stargrains. Like, well, should we get our supplies, meet up, and go to the fortress? And
I'll give you one of my gold for 100
um,
copper.
yeah, they agree as as they continue talking back and forth.
We'll
yeah,
talk
they're
about
like
this
talking
later.
back and
Um,
forth in the corner. We're just talking shop on the other side.
uh,
Oh,
I'll
I'll
give
give
you
there,
one of
Marissa.
my gold and a steak
uh,
for 100 copper.
It's not meat, so I don't want it.
The
they
wooden
said
steak.
that they would meet back in front of the fort, but they're going to go get what other supplies, whether it's just like the typical adventuring gear. Uh,
Hmm.
since you guys had said like as well, like
There's no furniture there,
there's
so
like nothing there.
There's some scrap pieces of wood that used to be furniture.
They're going to
They're
get
outside.
like other somewhat basic supplies, possibly for them as well. So
okay.
I think I'm just gonna like get like a bunch of actual bedding and linen and shit because I can just sit there and like create a few beds. You know what I mean? While they're there waiting.
Do,
So
do you want? Do you need some gold for that or silver?
I mean, I have money myself, but
Would it
sure.
be more? Would it be better to make beds or to make a few cots? Just saying we could save a little bit on material and still make something semi-comfortable.
Probably.
Save
Mm,
some
You want?
room.
Do you
let's-
want? You should also get your seeds for the trees, right?
Do
And
what?
plants. You should get seeds for the trees and plants, right?
Yeah, I could grow some uh,
well,
rudimentary
you could
plants
probably
tomorrow.
buy
I
some
can't
seeds.
do it today, but
Well, probably buy you some seeds then. How much?
is this city well known for farming? Are they going to have a lot of agricultural seeds just sitting around?
I
Probably
mean,
through Polis could probably have it.
it's not like seeds is necessarily hard to come by in like even Zorodale. Uh, because again, they
But
are
I'm saying,
trying
like, we're not going to have a great variety. It's just probably going to be a
not like a
handful.
huge variety, but
Don't need that. This like needs to be
you
functional.
you got basic stuff. Carrots or
Tomatoes.
potatoes or like anything
Onions.
else.
Onions will grow in
Don't
pretty much any climate.
Because again,
potatoes will too.
there's a decent amount of people that went up north to Mosfras, who is now slowly uh, becoming more of also a farm-like city, or at least attempting and trying to. Now that they don't have
Potato?
cold coming to them.
You're welcome.
Yep.
The issue with the potatoes is that I think my mold is starting to become more of a phytophthora, which targets potatoes specifically. So I'm not entirely sure.
I mean,
That would be a good
they're not
idea.
gonna be instant potatoes.
Yeah, but my mold might target their seeds, and then when they come out, they're just already going to be molded. Might be. Never
Tell
mind.
your mold to stay the fuck away then.
I can't. It just kind of. They're my friend. They're not like a possession of mine. I can't give them commands.
Have you
I
tried?
can't.
In
Well,
the past, yes.
Oh, do it again.
maybe
Don't let
get
people breathe you in. It doesn't work.
maybe okay.
Try harder.
Maybe get I don't know how much. How much do you need for seeds?
Um, I don't know how much seeds it costs. I've been in a dungeon for the last 100 years. I know how much numbers are, but I don't know like how
Probably not
much
that much.
relative value of items are.
Probably not that much
Is
considering
10
it's the
gold enough
seed
to buy
themselves.
like a forest worth of seeds?
Probably considering the effort, like it's the effort after you have the seeds that makes the money, right? It's not the seeds themselves.
I don't know.
If in case you need, I'll just take Podan with me. Then
IRL, I think you can buy a bag of like random seeds, like bird seed, but those seeds do grow into plants because we've used them in a past. But you could buy like a bag of random seeds for like $20, and it's like that tall. You can't see my other
Yeah,
hand,
it's a
but
pretty big bag.
yeah. Joseph's probably gotten bird seed as well.
yeah,
I don't know if anyone else has,
I
but yeah.
I
Anyway,
have
that's
yeah.
just small logistics. Just
Seeds
that's
are
just more.
relatively cheap, but
Okay,
Podan doesn't know that.
Okay,
so what do you guys, as
I
Tay starts to head off to go find Exuya, uh, the who's is both of you guys going shopping for supplies, or is it just like
I think you're both going, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go buy some shit.
I'm just gonna go look at seeds.
okay? So we'll knock the
Oh,
shopping stuff quickly out. Uh,
Tell
Podan,
me
can
how
I say I
much.
gave her?
what all are you getting, or at
I think
least
I'm
looking for?
looking for a tree seedling and a bunch of just random like plant seeds, like vegetable, hay, any. I don't know what plants will grow up there, and I was told just to get some stuff. I'm definitely gonna pick up onions because I think they grow anywhere, um, and potatoes because they were also mentioned.
Okay.
Even though I know Alec will hate them,
Um.
but Alec won't know what a potato seed looks like.
Uh.
Well, it's more of a
He,
spud, not a seed, but
no, he has the book of the art of war, and it's just a potato seedling on
You
like on the cover.
you do relatively easy come across a different variety of seeds. They don't have too much of stuff like watermelons, but uh,
I'm looking for things that grow in like hardier, more mountainous climates. So
um, I'll say that's relatively easy enough. How like
I'll ask a herbologist what he thinks is the best.
are you just trying to get like a crap ton?
As many as I can with 10 gold. I got 10 gold to my name, baby.
Um,
Oh yeah,
okay.
excited.
And are you trying to just find seeds only? You looking for hay and so on and so forth? Because since you just said that a second ago, I'm just trying to make sure.
Not paying. I was just gonna be like, if I'm buying seeds, there's probably an herbologist or somebody who like is selling the seeds. I could probably ask, hey, which of these grow better in hardier climates?
There's not really a
Oh,
herbologist. It's um
I
Some weird
I
old
sell
man who's
bird
just like,
seed. I don't know what these grow into. I just they're seeds.
I'll say for 10 gold, why not shoot for like let's just say six bags. Like
Whew, that's a lot.
decent size, like
I'll just put
sandbags
them
of
all into the chest on my back and close the lid, and then be like, yeah, this is a good amount.
okay.
You got that crane in your back. That's all.
And then just put the chest back onto my back and stand up like there's nothing on my back at all,
Uh,
because my
you
size
you
is
do
considered
you
one
do
size
feel
larger for
a you
carrying
do feel
capacity.
the shift of weight, but you should still be able to obviously walk. Uh okay, if that's it.
I
Orissa,
mean,
what
unless a
is
giant ape would struggle with it, I shouldn't. So
I think I'm just gonna buy a bunch of bed linen and bed stuff, blankets, like stuff like that, because I'm just gonna make beds over there and then
okay.
the good stuff.
Um let's see. For pretty much sleeping material, um and you kind of do come across like a different variety, because again, as this is a somewhat turned into like a refugee camp, there's all different types of varieties, where people is making blankets from different types of materials. They're all like, you know, still decent. Some are a little bit better than others. Some are just like, this still provides what it is made to do. Um, I don't know.
Give me a number.
Are you trying to get enough for like enough for everybody?
I did.
Probably. Why not?
I think I gave you some gold too, in case.
I got
It's like what's
8
for,
gold to my
let's
name,
just say for 10 people, whatever. 10
and
people.
now I got 0 gold to my name.
Even if that's too many, I think it's too many, right? Yeah, it's probably no. There were 10 people, right?
There was 4 of you and 5 of them.
Exuia.
If you add
That's
Exuia,
right.
that makes 10.
Yeah, exactly.
That
So
makes
for 10
sense.
people.
But
Um,
if I say I gave you 100 gold,
yeah, there's 5 of them.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna just shoot somewhere. Let's just say 35 gold.
Sure, let's do it.
That's out of my price range.
Most some of them are slightly higher because it's the fact that uh people, you're kind of like starting to buy a decent amount like in bulk in a way. It's like, oh, how much do you have? Oh, I have 5. I'll buy all of them. And we're
Give me all of it.
typically where it's like, oh, I will give you like a discount for it. They're like not that much materials, so it's hard to make these, especially
Oh,
in a rapid.
I don't think I would ask for any discounts knowing the situation. You just like, I'll buy it 5. Don't care about the price. Give me 5. Tell me how much.
Yeah, so I'll say like a 35 for going around and finding all at least 10 sleeping materials for everybody.
Sounds fine. And I'll just trot my way back to the meeting point.
Okay. And as you guys were doing your shoppings and look around, Tay, you who's taken or is probably going to take a little bit more, couple of minutes, head to the Undercity, um, trying to recall your steps on where you took Exuria, and surprisingly, you remember this a little bit more than some other things. But you're at the door of Exuria's relatively small abode. Um, well, you kind of hear like a very faint, like 1 second, uh, and she kind of comes and opens the door, and you can see she's in like some relaxed clothing. Oh, Tay, I wasn't
hey,
necessarily
yeah,
expecting you. Come in.
oh, okay.
Uh, her, uh, her, uh, house, if you could even say it, it's almost like a very slight of a studio type thing. It's just she really wasn't like asking for much or hardly anything when it came to however they made this place. Um, but it's just kind of like a very small but just open space. And she's sorry, it's not really much to look at, but
I
home.
mean, it's better than the cave I grew up in. If it makes you feel better.
Yeah, home is home. So, what can I do for you?
So I was, well, I was wondering if you would want to. We're gonna try and attack the stronghold of the demons and the Star Guardians. We just brought back Orna,
Arena.
and Orena. Thank you.
She's just like,
Um, we just brought her back, and right now we're making plans to uh go to our fortress in the north Oh yeah, we have a fortress in the north. And then fly there and go to some secret evil temple and go to the Shadowfell and fight um, demons and then fight our way to Lily and explosions, fire, everything.
She,
They were talking.
as
They
like
were
you're
talking.
trying to explain all this, she's like you kind of like looking off and you're like trying to recall some of this stuff, and then as you like, yeah, that sounds about it, and you look back at her and she's like staring at you but slowly putting stuff in her bag, like, let me finish packing and I'll be ready.
Yay!
So, I know, I guess I'll be nice and I'll ask, do you tell her there's things that she probably needs or does not need to pack?
Yeah.
Pack all the seeds you can.
Where our fort doesn't really have furniture or beds or dressers or tables or anything wood related.
So you got a giant empty building?
Yes. Um,
Interesting.
Arissa Arissa told the three golems that she has command over to rebuild it, and they threw out all the wood things.
Oh,
I don't know magic. It was weird.
okay. Uh, Thank you for telling me. And she's like, kind of like looking around. Is like, okay, now I needed another backpack. And it's like, starts like
I,
rummaging through things, pulled out another backpack, and is like putting
if
additional things.
if you need help with that, I can carry it.
Uh, Here, and she like throws something at you. Carry that, and it is a giant comforter.
Hey,
If I and like as she's still packing, and she's like, if I am going to at least sleep one more night, at least I'm going to do it comfortably.
it it'll be a little bit. With Arena coming back from the dead or statue for a year, she hasn't retained her strength back or gotten all her strength back. I guess.
Well, it would be interesting to, I guess, technically meet her. I've gotten to know some of the Star Guardians since, well, my second chance, but she was unfortunately the one I heard stories about. So this is going to be a little bit nerve wracking, I guess, but interesting as the same.
She's not. Well, from what they said, she's got a bit pointier ears, so that's about it. Due to the
As she
magic.
as she's like slowly putting something in, okay, like starts to tie it off. Um, but you guys, you pretty much carrying another backpack for her. Um, as she starts to pretty much walk out and lock in. I guess I might need to tell somebody I may not be back for this. Um, so she goes and you follow her. She stops by, informing somebody that pretty much here's my key to my place. If I don't come back within a month or so, um,
50 days.
If
I might be dead. Like I don't know.
I might be dead, if you don't get money from the rent, eh,
To at least put my stuff in a safe place for a little
not the
bit.
not the
but
dumps.
but anyways, and you guys journey your way back as you two were pretty much the last people everybody was mostly waiting on.
I would
Um,
tell her about the cocoon that she was into. Just
and she would say how disgusting that sounds.
Should
oh,
should we get
and
some
the
glass?
and the we could use that basilisk stuff, and we forgot we had it for a couple of months, so it got really jello-ish.
She's
Oh, it smelled. I don't know if that smell left the that room yet.
She is trying her best to not vomit, and you're not helping.
Like, Orisa's just like chopping it up, no issues. She's like puking at the thought of it. God damn it.
She's just like, Tay, please stop before I change my mind.
Oh, sorry. And
She-
then well, what you know, Podan put this oil on her and it made a cocoon. So
as
and then well, I'm trying to not describe it as disgusting. It was like it was weird how he did that and the magic and everything.
as everybody's kind of waiting outside, and it's it's like everybody's about to go, like they're waiting for the bus to come take them on the field trip type ordeal. uh
Yay!
there's everybody's kind of still like standing around talking. You guys are mingling with everybody.
Could we buy some glass to repair the windows? Like I have a mirror I pull out of the chest, and I have this glass vial of holy water, and I've got a couple other little glass things here and there. But like, should we go buy some like larger pieces of glass specifically for repairing the windows, or maybe just some tarps or something to put over them, just for while
What
we're
did
there?
Yeah, you could if you wanted to.
I mean, I have no money left. I
I
can't.
mean, we could just board at the place. There's plenty of wood there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the issue. The wood is there, like lying there. It's like we just board up like a few rooms that we're using, and then we're cool.
I just figured we should board up whichever, or like seal in whichever building we're planning to use, just in
Mm.
case it rains, or
I
maybe
mean,
if
the
there's
the
like a
main the
bad
main building is
windstorm.
has a roof and everything, so it's fine. It's just that there's no.
There's windows and, well, no
Uh,
windows.
Well, no, I
uh,
thought the windows were fixed,
Holes.
weren't they?
Well,
No,
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 there's just
there's
holes where the windows used to
yeah,
be.
there's no windows.
you can just
The
board it up.
Oh,
There's like
the
a
golems
window, but
the
like there's
golems
no
don't
glass.
necessarily know how to do woodwork or window repairs.
gosh, dang it! Those dang golems don't know how to do woodwork repairs.
I should teach them while I'm there.
Yeah, you should.
Because in a weird way, to be fair, they are like relative. In a weird way, they're relatively new.
I mean, where would the golems get the sand in order to make glass? Well, sand and a couple other things that are needed to make glass, um, on top of a mountain.
Well, the
Anyway,
amount. Okay. So,
So, uh, but yeah, as everybody's kind of mingling and uh uh,
we're the
some of the
last
people
two.
who's good at passive can see Tay and Exulia starting to walk up, and Exulia, who is more darker skin color, she's showing vibrant colors of green as Tay is like still talking about the whole resurrection process.
I'm not trying to be gross about it. I was trying to be like amazed by how it happened because I've never seen someone be brought back from the dead.
To
it's
her,
like I just look at her. It's like, what's going on here?
she's, I can handle it. I've I've seen dead bodies. I've seen
I
blood.
mean, I really just applied some oil and an oil lichen mixture that just kind of it helps to clean out the pores, as well as also serves as a good source of rejuvenation.
See,
This is the one
that's
this is the one I told you
that's not
about that has the mold.
exactly as bad. Wait, he
I mean, if you die, I can bring you back. That's really all you should take
no,
from the
no.
story.
I think I prefer to stay dead.
Oh, I mean, if your soul's not willing, you won't come back.
It's not going to be willing at all.
Okay.
Well,
Everyone,
Alec
I
can
mean,
Alec can also do it.
you won't be conscious within the cocoon.
I
You will
I
get cleaned off before you
I
get
would
conscious.
rather not experience that.
You could be a dragonborn, or a dwarf,
Does it look like I want to be any of those?
or a goblin.
No.
Or an
What?
elf.
Goblin ain't bad.
Just looks at you, Tate, and is like, no offense, but no.
You could be anything.
I would prefer to be me.
Just turn your body over to
As they're
me.
busy discussing, I just
That-
look over at Sal. It's like, shall we go?
Sel is already like, please. Let's just
Good.
let's just get out of
Oh,
here. Day's wasting.
I was just like such like I was just like drawing on the ground.
So
do you have another spot?
I do.
as
Already.
both yeah, as Orisa who's quickly going at it,
I mean, it's gonna be like, hey, Sal, finish this. I don't want to use my spell. I need to make furniture for us.
make
Unless
a
you want to do that.
make a persuasion check.
Is it with disadvantage because it's Cell?
He, he's just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to finish your thing, and I don't want to make furniture.
18.
Oh no, he.
You
Oh my
just
god.
like you're like, hey, finish this because I have things else I could also be doing when we get there. Son of a bitch. Whatever. I don't care. And Warcon is just like, Cell, why are you still like this? And he's like, shut up, man. As he's finishing it up.
I had to, I got turned to stone because of her.
As he completes it, unlike yours, Arissa, uh his kind of has like a a fiery uh I don't want to say like a fiery entrance, but it's like as he finishes, fire kind of slowly wraps itself around and then opens up, and he's
Ring of
like,
fire.
it's like, all right, everybody, let's go. And so as everybody who's already had their packs on and all that quickly go through, you guys all end up at your fort. Um, da da da.
Oh, we couldn't think of a name yet.
Fort in the mountain. Will do for now.
um,
It's
but
the ace. It's the ace place. The ace keep.
Mi-
Whatever.
um,
Technically his place, right?
I will say this. Um, probably with finding
Star Fortress?
the documents before the fortress was really destroyed, or if you even asked him, he did call it Fort Phoenix.
Oh, I remember that name. I heard that name before. Now that
Yeah,
you
but
say
we
it,
get
I'm
to
like,
rename it. It's ours now.
Yeah, we gotta rename it. We gotta rebrand.
But
What if we
anyways,
went with Fort Wright? Like Phoenix, right?
Oh my
oh
god.
my god.
so anyways,
I saw an opportunity. I'm
you
sorry.
guys can do that later.
It's Dr. Pepper arena.
As
There we go.
as Arissa, you kind of bringing them up the staircase and showing them the different types of rooms that's all around. There's a little bit more rooms uh, than like each of you could take one room by yourself and still be having a couple of rooms. Um, but because of these rooms are empty, like they could be made into anything. They all didn't have to be, like bedrooms. So, anyways, uh, you guys kind of choosing your own living space. If two people want to stay together, if a group wants to stay together, so on and so forth. Um, do you guys do anything as you guys get there? I would assume planting and trying to fix.
I would like to summon 8 moles like I had done while we were digging some tunnels out under the city.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I would just like to. I'll consult with Arissa to figure out where's a good spot for kind of a patch of dirt to grow some stuff on.
I mean, probably in a place where it doesn't look like there's buildings ever. So that the
Uh,
gorillas don't uproot it.
Arena kind of gestures an area as she is just on looking, gesturing that over there tends to look a little bit more lively, which is kind of like a little bit just down from the fort, but to the left, if you're looking away from it, there looks like to be a little nice uh, of space that is not necessarily even, but it's not like bad rockish terrain either. So you could send your moles there, and it's like a 3 minute walk. But
I'll
That's
just
not bad.
walk there, and while there, I'll conjure moles, have them kind of dig up the ground. I figure 8 moles can kind of get the soil a bit aerated and dug up a bit relatively quickly. And then once they're done, I'll dismiss the moles, summon a group of 8 birds, and have the birds kind of pick up seeds and spread them out across the area from the bags. And then at the end of that, I will cast Create or Destroy Water and just make it rain across the area.
okay, uh,
And
I would
then
say that's
tomorrow I'll
easily
have to
doable.
come back and cast Plant Growth. But at least the seeds are planted and watered for now.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say that's easily doable. I can give you a better detail of probably how big after this.
Yeah.
Um, it's not like insanely huge. I feel like I'm thinking somewhere between like a 25 like 25 yards wide. Um,
I was imagining like a football field almost.
yeah, like relatively smaller than that. Now you could use the moles to make the terrain more bigger to generate more. Because again, like what you originally had was a decent sized plot, but you could use the moles to make it bigger. So I'm sure that should be easily said than done.
Yeah.
Arissa, you doing anything?
I'm just gonna sit there and like start burning all my remaining spells on. Well, first of all, I'm gonna like create the fucking zone again so we can't be scryed on just in case. And then I'm just gonna start burning all my other spells and making beds.
Okay. Um, I'd say you know, again those 2, 4, 5. Are any of you choosing to sleep alone or with somebody?
I'll offer if somebody wants like a privacy wall inside of one of the rooms to be able to make an instant privacy wall that lasts forever. I
I
did
mean,
prepare that
I
spell.
mean,
I would.
everyone has their own room, so it's fine, right? I think
Yeah, as long as.
I guess probably younger brother and
Yeah,
Arena's
I
gonna
didn't know
stay
if
together.
like Arena and because I don't think there's any wooden doors in this place either.
uh, no.
Nope.
So you have Rorcon and Arena who's going to sleep in the same room, Cell and Anne who's going to sleep in the same room, Cini who's by herself. So that's 3 beds ish. Yeah. So
And I guess I could craft
Ish.
like a double. I could guess I could make double beds for those two people. I suppose. I mean, it's like it's funny, but like when I'm trying to make metal, I can literally create one object, but otherwise I can make more. I'd say. What? Why is this word so weird? Fuck it. Like it's
but
weird. Like it's beds. I'm just trying to create simple wooden beds, and then just
yeah,
throw
yeah,
linen on.
I'm just trying to make it
Mhm.
I guess a little bit more detailed so you know if again if you were like wasting however many certain spells. But regardless,
And it doesn't matter. I'm just burning as I'm burning everything. It's
it
fine.
should be extremely easy to do all of this.
Um, I'll take a room with Exulia. Yeah, I guess
Okay.
If she wants to.
if
She
that's okay
doesn't
with her.
have a problem, but she does tell you if you mention anything else like that again, kicking your ass out.
Okay. Sorry.
She's just like there's just
Well, she didn't even mention that guy who got incinerated right in front of us.
Mm,
see that
uh,
doesn't for whatever reason that doesn't
Doesn't
bother
bother you?
me. I don't
Anyway, so
Also, I don't
I'll
know
do.
why she described it the way she did. Everything I did was natural. It was all
Mhm.
very normal and natural things to occur.
I guess I will create
wow.
beds, and I'll try to create doors, and I guess people have to board up the windows themselves. think that's
Okay.
sort of what the spells will be able to do.
Yeah.
I can create just some wall of stone in front of the windows if we want.
I think the golems are gonna probably take those things out because they're not.
Naturally there.
Yeah.
I think they're fine with like wood and shit being placed there, but I don't know if they will do anything against the stonework.
I'll say this
I don't
though,
think I can do any wood stuff.
if in a weird way, Orisa, if Podan was to create like a wall of stone outside and kind of put some of it back to back, you could get the golems to like attempt to break parts of it off and actually have your front doors made. If you want it out of solid stone.
I mean, it's gonna be a bit hard to push it back and forth. I mean, I could probably make it out of wood.
Easily. Just
I can make it out of wood. I mean, I want to be able to push the door open as well, no?
Yeah.
Couldn't you just use like magic and like magic?
Yeah,
rope?
like every time I want to open the door, I have to use fucking magic. That's fucking smart.
But
Let me burn a spell right here to open the door.
anyways, it is relatively
Wouldn't you just have
simple
one of your
that you
pet
guys.
golems do it?
What if they're busy doing something else?
They're busy building
That's
shit.
not
Like
up
let
to
them
me.
build shit. Like I was just looking at them like they're building.
Yeah, so everything that you guys are doing is relatively easy. With obviously a huge supply of wood that people are able to board up any of the windows. Able to.
Could I summon 8 beavers and tell them to dam up the windows using the scrap wood?
No, because we need actual wood. They're gonna just eat all of it and ruin it. No.
Do you even have
Eagle
enough
beavers.
spell
They build
slots
dams.
to?
That's what they do.
No, we
Just
don't
have
want
them
that.
dam the windows.
No, we can
No.
just literally use the wood and ourselves.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm having
they're-
them use the wood.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
they're gonna
I
eat
can
it.
command them not to eat it.
Fuck
but
your
they
beavers.
The beavers
them.
follow my every word. They're
Well, fuck them anyway.
actually
Go.
fey creatures that's souls I've ripped from the fey realm and are forcing to do manual labor for me.
Okay, see, you make it sound like I'm terrible, but like, did you hear what he said?
Fuck the beavers.
I
But
mean, I'm just being honest. That's what they are. They're just
Yeah, well,
fey
people can
creatures.
work well.
with
Like we don't.
with
they can work.
okay,
I was
okay,
doing really
okay.
nice. Like, yeah.
With the doors and the windows, at least they're not like obviously craftsmanship made, but they do serve their purpose of what they're trying to do. And I'll say, as the night goes on, you all kind of have a somewhat of a decent meal that people has brought, that the Star Guardians had brought, and some that were cooking as everybody else was like trying to do things to help around where they could. So you guys all sitting around the table having well, it's not the greatest, but it's better than scraps of a dinner around relatively light-hearted friends as we close tonight's session.
With Ursa handing out bed linen as people go to bed.
Yes.
Here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Like a mother, like here you go. It's all freshly washed and shit.
I don't know why it's either.
Magically.
Yeah,
Magically
I'll go with
washed.
that. So, but we'll go ahead and end that on tonight's session. So, thank you everybody for coming and joining us. I hope you all enjoy this. You guys were busy this whole one day.
Yeah, we did a lot of shit.
So, this was a very productive
Got some
one
stuff
day.
done.
But regardless, I am loving this as always, and I believe
Happy
we'll
early
be
St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
that
Is that
too.
a thing?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'll see you all next week.
I'm wearing some pants with green on them.
I am too.
So,
Orange green shirt.
with that, yes. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful night. We'll catch you later. Bye.